And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to the barbers in the barbershops, the hairdressers in the beauty salons, the AC techs, the nail techs. Shout out to the engineers. Shout out to the heavy equipment operators, construction workers, chefs in kitchens, secretaries in offices. Shout out to the lawyers. Shout out to the doctors. Shout out to, I did say medical field professionals already. Shout out to, listen, whatever you do for a living, shout out to you. We can't possibly call out everybody and everybody's profession. All right. But shout out to you if you get up and get out to go get yours. You know what I mean? By the sweat of a man's brow, so shall he eat bread. That means that the proper way to live and to sustain yourself is to get up and go find something to do with yourself that is progressive and productive. Work and earn, right? All right. And from your doing that, then that's what we're talking about. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others, though. As much as you want good for yourself, you're a special kind of person. If you want good for others as much as you want good for yourself, you don't want more for yourself and less for somebody else. You're not one of them. I wish they do okay, but I don't want them to do too much way better than me. You're the kind of person that want good for others as much as you want for yourself. Shout out to you. You're a good person. Here we are on this beautiful Friday morning. Today is the 17th of April, 2026, and we are happy to be here. And on days like these, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby! Ha ha! Clap it up. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. You made it. Made it through another week. Hey, when we say clap it up, you're supposed to clap it up. If you're not clapping it up because you're up on the people, them job on all these things and you can't make too much noise, that's okay. You better be clapping it up on the inside. They're celebrating. We're celebrating the fact that we made it to this day. A lot of people didn't. All right? A lot of people didn't, and a lot of people are in very bad situations this morning. Starting off with a story that broke this morning is the story about the former lieutenant governor for Virginia. And when I saw that it was a brother, oh man. And then I went, and then the whole story came out this morning. You know what I'm saying? Some people didn't wake up. Some people didn't wake up at all. Some people woke up in ways that they wish they had never woke up in. I'm just saying, there's a lot to be thankful for. So just be thankful. That's one of the things we're going to talk about this morning. Where do I start? Buju Banton, Butterfly. Have y'all heard Buju Banton's new song called Butterfly? Oh my God. Buju Banton released a song called Butterfly. The song just released this morning or yesterday. I think it was yesterday it was released. Because I heard it on a podcast that have Fat Joe and Jadakiss on the podcast. Don't remember what the name of the podcast is. But I was scrolling and I came across it and then play a Butterfly. And boy, Buju is in fine form when it comes to the music making thing. We know that already. But when I heard, hey lady, that's something that, it kind of reminded me of, this one is called Lover's Choice. Never know you would, I really feel so nice. Love Sponge, I don't want to let you go. That's a classic hit. Or it reminds me of I Wanna Be Loved. This one called Butterfly. Y'all go look up Buju Banton's Butterfly. Download it, stream it, keep it, put it on your playlist, all these things. I say those things to say this, right? I'm watching and I'm seeing his powers, like his staying powers. You know, so Buju did have the little back and forth the other day answering back Wayne Wonder and Wayne Wonder's wife and the accusations, and Buju actually said cease and desist and my lawyers are stepping in and this is what I am demanding, and if I don't get these things then we are going to legal action and all these things. So we were like, okay, you never get it. You never get a public apology. You never get. They did take the stuff down, but they said they were going to take that down before, but you never get all the things you asked for, especially the public apology and the retraction of the accusations. You know what I mean? I said, and Buju didn't get any of that. But it seems like he has just moved on with it. Like, you know what? Make that roll off of your back like water off a duck's back. And in life, sometimes that's what you have to do. Now, I'm not sure if that's what he's doing, because, you know, the lawyers could be working behind the scenes, and 2 months from now, we hear say, lawsuit out and people have to go court. But I don't think that's what Buju doing. I think he's more focused on other things, like positive things and the music. I think he's listening to his audience, because his core audience was like, we need to let this go. Buju need to let this go. We don't want this from Tuauno. If anything we want from Tuauno is get together and make some music, let bygones be bygones. Who's supposed to get them proper share of whatever, make sure the paperwork sort out properly, be grown people about it, and be an example, lead by example, and move forward. That's what we was looking for from the two of them, not true? So Buju dropped this blouse and skirt, Butterfly, and Butterfly is apparently one of the singles off of a forthcoming album that Buju is about to drop. He's about to give us a whole album, y'all. Buju Banton about to get... Every Buju Banton album has been a classic. From his first album all the way, every single Buju Banton album has been a classic. Me not come to talk about Buju this morning, you know. I don't know why I started off right there, because that's not even on my list. I just have Butterfly at the top of my paper because I heard the song and wrote the title down. I said, I go stream it, download it, and here I am starting off talking about Buju Banton. Every song that Buju, every album that Buju gave us so far has been a classic, from his first album right up till now. So I can't imagine what he's coming with next. And anything he could drop next, me know I buy it. Buju has always been one of my favorite recording artists, period. Hands down. Bar none. You know what I mean? So big up to Buju Banton for the Butterfly. The Butterfly, they sound like one of them ones where, I don't know if y'all ever really got dance yet. I never go dance yet and stand up side a big speaker, because that's what I used to do. I used to go dance and stand up right side of the big speaker, because I like hear the do. Them the kind of heavy bass there, especially when they play like the older reggae song or traditional reggae music. Yeah, and sometimes the tune's so sweet when you hear, and pull up and you have to bam, 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 and beat down the speaker, them, make them reel up and come again, and these kind of things. That sounds like one of those tunes that's going to get a lot of pull up, a lot of money pull up on these kind of things. I look forward to it. In saying all that though, I brought up the Wayne Wonder situation, and a lot of people was saying, like the lady that said, me and my group of girls, and I asked how many it was. I think she said it was 10 of them or something like that. Or she left it in the comment section. It's under the video still. It's 10 of them, and they canceled their tickets because they're not going to support any man that talks to a woman like this, and they're highly disappointed that Buju spoke to women like that when they tell a woman figure suck a wood or go make a man fuck her in our hole. And I'm like, oh God, I never thought I would hear Buju say that. I mean, hey, everybody has suck wood nowadays, and you know, woman want wood in them hole. It's not like he's saying anything that isn't realistic, but we weren't expecting to hear it from Buju, especially as a professed Rasta. You never know, say Rasta and a suck wood and tell woman figure it suck wood and these kind of things. So it was kind of out of place. But watching how the response that he's gotten, Buju is not affected. he's not affected at all. May I tell you, say the woman them chocolate. I seen one woman, me fast, you know. I'm a fast person, me in a people business a lot. So if you leave comments on social media that I find titillating, tantalizing, or mesmerizing, or even crazy, I'm probably going to start digging in your background, because I want to see who left a comment here. I was digging in this woman's background because she left a comment where say, Buju said this music is supposed to take you places, right? And then boom, them drop Butterfly. In a Butterfly, the words say, if you make me feel butterflies, I'm gonna love you for life, right? This music is supposed to take you places. Here she now. Just the sight of you takes me places I don't even want to go, and has me doing things I don't even want to do. I said, that's super impressive. Let me see who this is, right? So I'm gonna click on it. It's a doctor woman. We have dreadlocks too. Dark skin doctor woman, we have dreadlocks too. And I was following through her pages and look through what she do for a living and all these things. And I said, but you know, he ain't hurting for female fans. Whatever happened the other day and the things that he said, I don't think they're gonna hold it against him at all. Them probably understand, so when time man get upset, sometimes man say things. And I say man as in human beings. When we get upset sometimes, we say some things. It doesn't define us as a whole person. You know what I mean? You might see SouFlo get mad one day and the boy piss me to no ends. To when me can't, me say, I figure ring out under your big thing. And then y'all are going to be like, I thought he always said you don't talk about under people's mother. Oh my God, I didn't expect this from SouFlo. I'm unsubscribing. I hear him dissing other people's mom. You know, sometimes you get to that level there where you have to just let it out. But I don't think Buju is going to be. You bought the single, Nance? You bought the song bad. Anybody, I'm encouraging all of you, go listen to the song. It's called Butterfly. Just dropped from Buju Banton. It's bad. Butterfly actually needs a video though right away. I want the artists them to understand that the song them need to be dropping with videos, because in this day and age that we're living in, you need visuals to go with the work. You can't just drop the song because the song will live shortly. And, you know, people will stop pay attention to it. Yeah. But Butterfly need a wicked video, though. It need a wicked video. But you need to put him artistic creativity into this video. No, me no want no hurry come up video. The song is too big for that. I want something with some drone views and some nice landscaping and some, you know, me I say beautiful woman in it and these kind of things. I don't know. I have it in my mind already what I think the video should look like. It's a pity I'm not the one that's going to be directing that video. Big up yourself, Nance. Nance says she bought the single. Yeah, friends from Lake. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Shout out to the first person in this morning, the all the way at top I chat me can. Miss Golly Robinson was. Miss Golly Robinson, big up yourself. Rosalind Michael, thank you for being here as well. Zara Kid was in the building bright and early this morning. Zara Kid, big up yourself. Appreciate you. Marie's Message 411 TV, my fellow content creator sisters in the building with us this morning. Marie, big up yourself and thank you for being here. Anyone want to see Marie, just click on her name, go over to her channel, her platform, hit the subscribe button, and, you know, share the love. All right. Who else there? PG is in the building, says Upment with us. You're the finest. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. It's festive Friday, baby. We don't know how festive it gonna get. The other day, Jerome was like, you know, we can go out pan a, so I don't like the topic and we can go out pan a laughing thing and whatever. And I was like, man, I don't want this platform to have to be clowned out. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we go over there to see SouFlo because we laugh. Because a lot of the times, a lot of the topics, we might inject a joke in a serious topic just to break up the serious feeling and the monotony. You know, some topics are heavy and they start to weigh you down. And as heavy as topics may be, I don't want anybody leaving here bogged down, weighed down, feeling depressed. I'm not an energy vampire. I try to uplift people energy because I need my energy uplifted as well. And you give what you receive, right? That is life. So with that said, we just couldn't, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes the show ends where you say something serious and we go out on that kind of note. So when we say festive Friday, it means the Friday are going to be festive, regardless of whatever the topics may be that we'll go through. So we'll try to keep it light, even when it gets heavy. All right? Just ride with the program. So big up yourself. You're the finest. Festive Friday is here. Delroy Wilson was in the building with us. What you say again? I'm ready for the weekend. And I'm doing an out-of-town thing with my daughter. Super excited. All right. So I hope everybody else has some kind of plans too, even if it's plans to lay inside and relax yourself. Sometimes you have to do that too. I don't necessarily lose weight. I'm losing weight. I lost a whole lot of weight. Audrey, big up yourself, Audrey. Thank you for being here. Nan says, good morning, kings and queens. Yeah, good morning, kings and queens. We're not upon the niggas and bitches something. So good morning, kings and queens. I like that. All right, that's what we are. Seeing? All right. And Audrey is here. Audrey says, morning, fam and present teacher. But Audrey also help every morning to remind me, to remind you, to remind all of us. Hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live, please. Thank you. We appreciate that very much. It helps the videos to trend so people know that we're there. So YouTube treat we like we are somebody and not just like people pass by, but they don't really like the content. The more you hit the thumbs up button is the more it tells YouTube algorithm that people are tuned in and they actually enjoy this. Or else them are going to start bury we. And if them start bury we and you can't find we, don't pass me out the road and talk about you still do content on YouTube. How come we can't find you again? Because I wasn't hitting the thumbs up button, that's all. But we're still going there, you know. And we're still going to be doing it because we like it so much. Dorothy T, big up yourself. S Diva is in the building this morning saying top of the morning, everyone, happy Friday. But just I say morning, and I'll join y'all when my class ends, if we're not still there on. We are going to end about 11:30 today. So if you get out of class before that, then you can come join me. Sharon Spence is in the building with us this morning. 2 Irie is here. S Diva again, big up yourself. Audrey again. Extra big up for you, Audrey. Virtuous Fire is in the building. My brother Let's Bond TV. 5 up is in 5 up on Jerome. 5 up is in the building this morning. Big up yourself. I went Jerome said 5 up. Who 5 up support? Oh, 7 at the bottom. Let me not do that. 5 up, big up yourself, bro. Morning. Morning, the people. 5 upset. All right. Let me see. Darren Ranger was here. I'm gone because it's all the chat is set to members only this morning. See, so only the members, them with the green name. If you're watching from the outside, because it's 374 people there, and I know 374 people I watch from the inside. So that means a lot of you are on the outside. If you're watching from the outside, you want to be inside, just get your membership. Come on and be a part of the chat. Big up Virtuous Fire, Marilyn Grant. Big up yourself as well. Dorothy T, thank you for being here. Leroy Gucci. Leroy Gucci, thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. Leroy Gucci, I was passing through your area the other day. I did a long road trip and we had to go through your area, your part of the world. If you're still in that part of the world, which I think you are, we had to go through that area to drive all the way, go up one plate and one pass and come back down again. Donna Davis is in the building. Thank you for being here, Donna. Appreciate you greatly as well. Nance, you don't know. Big up again. Crystal G is in the building with us. If I don't call your name, then you already know. It's manners and respect same way. Roddy's daughter, big up yourself. Tony Mango, big up yourself. My brother Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr, I don't see him in here, but if he's in here and I don't get to his name, big up yourself same way. Seeing, we're not going to get to call out everybody's name this morning. We're going to get into our topics. I need for you to be on the same page. I need you to listen to the titles or the topics that we're going to be discussing, and you will pick where I start this morning and we will go from there. All right, so listen up. This morning we have Jamaica will soon start drilling for oil. Very interesting. Jamaica will soon start drilling for oil. So you can put oil. Former lieutenant governor of Virginia found dead alongside his wife. You can put governor or politician. So you have oil, you have politician. I have to make them short for you so you can type them in quick. And then, of course, we have to finish out the week talking about Jaii Frais, the podcaster Jaii Frais of Let's Be Honest podcast, and the shooting incident that took place at the Jamaica Carnival party, at the party that left 3 people injured. Right, we have to finish out the week with the up-to-dates and all that, and a broad discussion surrounding that as well. So we have oil, politician, J, world athletics or athletes, because the athlete them that jumped ship and went over to Turkey, the World Athletic Federation has blocked their transfer. That's something to talk about this morning. And there's a story here about an ICE agent who is also a Jamaican, who's gonna give his piece about being a Jamaican and being an ICE agent. So you have ICE, athletics, J, politician, oil. You have 60 seconds to choose, and here are the rules. Don't start yet. Here are the rules. You can type in what you want to type in as many times. I'm counting to see which one gets the most vote, and then we will go from there. Murray, you start too early, Murray. You jump out of the gate. I'm not counting yet. When I say go, I count after that. All right? So now you have 60. Murray, you jump again. Murray, easy enough. It can't depend. Ferran, on now listen, man. On now listen. Let's ban. You're not listening neither. On have to start typing after I say. I'm not counting any of these that I'm seeing on the screen right now. Okay? On your mark, get set, and go. 60 seconds. Whichever one you choose the most is the one that we're going to start with. All right? Big up yourself, Mervin. False starters. All right, we'll start out with Ice by Nisha. All right, we have one Ice uncounted. We have a LOL. We have Oil by Nance. One Ice, one Oil. We have Oil. We have Ice. We have Ice. We have Ice. A whole heap of ice in there start get cold. We have, we have Ice. We have J. Jaii Frais that. All right, we have J. We have J. We have Oil. We have Oil. Ice, 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 oil, J. All right. J, 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 oil, oil, ice, oil, oil. Boy, Nans, you fast. Nans, what you type with? Jaii Frais. All right, more J, oil, ice. It looks like it's going to come down to either J or ice. We're 22 and counting, 23, 24, 25 seconds. We're almost halfway there. Whole heap of oil in here, whole heap of oil in here, whole heap of ice in here, whole heap of ice in here. We have a J and an oil. Oh, no, nothing else. Ice, ice, ice again, J again, ice. Athletes, boy, the athletes then finally get to our next one. Athletes get 3. Oil, again. Oil, they seem pretty interested in the oil. All right, we are 39. We are 40 seconds in. All right, 37, 36, J, whole heap of J. Ice, oil, ice, oil, whole heap of oil, whole heap of J, whole heap of ice. Oil, J. It's slippery in your whole heap of oil. Ice. Ice, it's cold in your whole heap of ice there too. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, ice, 2, 1, and stop. The last one is Sharon Dickinson with Ice. All right. Let me count this up for a second. My God. Do you know that I have to write all this stuff? I'm not give them ideas, because next thing I'm going to see what next vlogger exactly this them I do too. So some people just can't be original. Them see you do something and next thing everybody I do it. You have to go change up your style now. Because it's going to get boring because now everybody are going to do the same thing. So I'm not telling you what I do. Let me count this up real quick. So Jamaica ICE agent gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That get 32, right? That's all. The oil got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30 as 30 that's all. And Jaii Frais got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 33. Jaii Frais gets 33 and Ice Agent gets 32 and Oil gets 30. Wow. So it only beat it by 1. Oil get over 40. Ready? Me not argue with nobody. It's 32, 33, and 30, according to the guy who's counting. So we're starting off with Jaii Frais situation at 33. Our next one after that will be the Ice Agent at 32. And then, and then the Oil will be the next one at 30. All right? That's how we are work with. So everybody get on the same page. The voting done. It's just like when election run, when you don't like the president you want to get, when you don't like the prime minister you want to get, you can't do nothing about it because that's who you got, right? Just like right now, you have orange man and you can't do nothing about it. Same thing. Before I get into all that though, you know what? Let me leave it where it's at. I was just going to say how strange it feels. How strange it feels losing weight. Because me, I lose the weight, right? And I'm doing everything to lose the weight. And I'm starting to feel light. I'm starting to look different. Like my face not so round up anymore and these kind of things. And I'm actually feeling like I shouldn't be losing the weight. But me, I feel I remind myself, say, I was never a fat guy. Like, I've always been like really slim, you know? So apparently I got really comfortable getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. Wagwan.
Morning, chat.
Married.
You can't tell me in a hurry this morning.
Well, if you're in a hurry, get to it.
No, me really want to talk about the Jaii Frais thing. Me have a few questions. Number one, who is at fault? Is it the ones who planned the venue? When it came to the emergency personnel, how many ambulances there, etc., etc. Was that on the people who organized the venue, or was that something that involves the government and the whole medical system, the lack of supplies, the lack of ambulance, the lack of EMT training? That's number one question. Number two, if a foreigner did not get shot in this incident, say the incident happened, but a foreigner did not get shot in the incident, would we be talking about the situation with the ambulance, with the lack of supplies, with the lack of EMT training from the people that were there?
Okay. Those are your two questions?
Yes.
Okay. You want me to talk?
I'm going to go back in our chat.
Oh, all right.
Later.
Right. Big up yourself. So, here what? The first question was she asked, whose fault is it? The second one is, because we forget, so now we're going to keep me on track. The first one is, whose fault is it? The organizers, the government, whose fault is it, right? The second one was, if a foreigner didn't get shot, would we be talking about lack of supplies, lack of ambulances, etc.? One of the things that the guy said, the American dude said, he said, well, he ended up saying a lot of positive stuff anyways. Because the man that said Jamaica so nice that this can't stop him from coming back. If you go somewhere, Jamaica really blessed enough if you all think about it. If me go somewhere and get shot, me not going back. May I tell you right now, so me not go back. Because out of everybody else, me pick up gunshot. That's, to me, that's the universe way of saying you have, you can retire your time from coming back to this spot. He said, no, this is their plan as a group every single year, and they've been doing this for the past how many years. They come to Jamaica, especially for these events and this time of the year, Jamaica Carnival. We have to thank people like those because they are a part of why Jamaica's Carnival has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Over the years, I've watched Jamaica's Carnival. I've never felt like going because I always thought, damn, Trinidad Carnival really look like a carnival. Crop over in a Barbados really look like a carnival. Jamaica struggle. How that? That not look like carnival. And look, our carnival now looks like, oh damn, I'm missing out. I gotta put this on the list. Those are the people that helped it to grow. Them go, them start bring other people with them go tell people about it. Word of mouth, biggest promotion ever. For somebody like that to get shot while visiting, it's very bad on Jamaica. It's like a black eye to us, right? Had he not told us about the ambulance and what's inside of the ambulance, Jaii Frais and whoever else gets shot wasn't going to say nothing because them are Jamaican. They are Jamaicans. And they cater to a Jamaican audience mainly. So Jamaicans are kind of used to like the little bit and nothing. You know, we're going to say, damn, nothing in an ambulance, but we're not going to tell everybody, say, you know, when the ambulance came and picked us up after we got shot, I was surprised to see there was absolutely nothing in it. Them only had a stretcher, right? So yes, Marie, to your second question answered first. Had he not gotten shot, we would not have known. He also went on to say there were thousands of people in attendance and they had one ambulance there with one EMT. So one ambulance for thousands of people is madness as well. And he hopes that the organizers will take these things into consideration, and the next time they go out to do these events, that they have multiple ambulances available. Because think about something, right? Think about mass casualty happening. God forbid this ever happens, and I hope it never happens on Jamaican soil. But think about mass casualty happening and 15, 20, 30 people need medical attention at the same time. One ambulance them have there. And the one ambulance is ill-equipped, and the personnel on the ambulance don't even know how to stop the bleeding after this guy gets shot in his arm. And him have to take off him own belt and say, yo, you got to tourniquet or tight to stop off the bleeding and blah, blah, blah. Hurry up and rush me to the hospital. Like, if him never have knowledge of doing that. And he said he blacked out a couple of times on his way to the hospital in the hot ambulance, a couple of times on his way to the hospital because he was losing so much blood. So these are things that they have to take into consideration. And again, no, we would not have known a damn thing about the ambulance. But it happened for a reason, like he said. The man said him on a spiritual journey. I saw him look at him whole life. So if he was there to take the gunshot, God put him there to take it because he would have rather him take it than any of his other friends he was with. Because he is a big guy. He is 6 feet 7 inches tall. Him bigger than me. Me are 6'5". He's 6'7". So he's a tall, big man. And him take it in his arm. And that's better than anybody else taking it in their chest, in their face, or anything like that. Right? That's how he's looking at it. With that out the way now, who's responsible? That blame that come down to be shared, in my opinion. This blame is to be shared, definitely to be shared. Let's start out with mindset and mentality. Right, that's all. That blame is to be shared. You see, when you are, and in life, you know, when you are elevating in life, you have to go leave some people behind. I don't want to have no brethren who see me and have my event and them I say, yo, damn, me and your brethren from when? Brother, let me bring in my gun, man. Like, why would you even approach me like that? Forget me, forget your gun pass security for you, knowing, sir, because you have to think ahead, right? Somebody said yesterday, Jaii Frais is still in lockup. So is the other guy. Now, the people that must say Jaii Frais is still in a lockup because police don't buy him whole story. They're not believing his whole story. So what if it is a case of one of his security or police friend give him a gun and say, go handle yourself in case them boy they back you up around this or call them in here, you know. We see them over there, so just hold on upon this just in case. I could have never give my brethren my license gun and say, go and go, you know, hold off something. Because I know so once him bust it, it'll go come back to me. And if you bust it inside of my event are going to mash up. The reputation of my business is going to mash up, right? So this blame has to be shared. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, my brother.
Yes, my brother. What go on, Mervin?
Blessings.
Manners and respect, King.
All right. Hear my thought process, you see? government ultimately responsible for public safety.
Absolutely.
That's
However, government can't do everything by themselves.
I agree with you.
Right.
So then the next thing now is that government must set the framework for them things are. If based on how much ticket you sell, you must have X amount of private security, X amount of bathroom, X amount of water, X amount of security, private and ambulance, EMT, and X amount of police we are going to give to you. Because in other places, you see, people complain, say, up here, so we can't watch a foreign thing then, but it's best practices. One thing with America we are going to say, and people can disagree, don't make you see a mistake twice.
Right.
That's one thing we learn about this country.
Right.
You see, me now go say things now go bad enough.
Right.
But them try hard, nothing make it happen again that same way there.
Right.
All right. As it is right now, off the record, some of the schools them are practice threat drill. Because they know say if it come down to the test. You get me? So back to Jamaica now. The challenge is if you look at the smaller events, you see, and sometimes we have to looking at them things, you know, because it's going to change up all things are going on. They're going to set stipulations now.
From here forward.
And you have to have that going forward.
Right.
But we never see them things happen down a passa and ready.
Right. Right.
You see? So now you go like that, you see little vendors them have to go get permit and all of them things. And it's going to make the barrier for entry for the small people. And for those who know business minded, is how much for startup barriers to entry. You see, we don't make the barriers to entry higher for those persons who are have them little round robin and them little things where I just keep food on them table.
Right. Right.
You see?
So the common man now will now be affected in an adverse way.
Yes.
Yeah, where before it was just an easy go through. Cause I was watching a lady out there, you know, who was she have her drum out and whole heap of meat upon the drum, like she had jerk pork and chicken and stuff, and the whole her stuff sell off, you know, and she was so happy, you know, she had thought, oh boy, we make a killing today, cause you know, the people them come for the food, you know, me tell us them come for the food. And me I say, yeah, that's what I like to see. So when people like those are affected now, and them can't even or can barely afford the fees to get the certifications or what permits or whatever is needed, they're the ones who are going to end up suffering in the end.
True, my brother. And the other thing now, guess what happened? You see that lady who make her good money, and we're glad for her. She good as all, that the money that good as all of a server for one next 6 or 7 months, you know.
Yes, because you know, see a next event or a next time like this, where thousands are gathered like this. Yeah.
Exactly, my brother.
Absolutely, bro.
You see me? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, you see, them because of our foolishness, and the other thing is that sponsors are now gonna stipulate. So, well, boy, yo, we not sponsor you unless you put in these things. So, just this one act, you see, I got cause ticket sales, the cost of tickets to go up.
Yes. Yes.
So, all we do, I'm gonna say it one way, gentlemen, cut out the fuckery.
Yeah, but Marvin, you know, say that's something that we are talking about now about our cause ticket sales to go up and stuff. One more thing I'm gonna add to that is this: surveillance. No event in 2026 and beyond that has thousands of people gathered at one venue should be happening without surveillance. Me talk about CCTV surveillance.
We do them thing in a van design, a van them and all of them things in a this space. Yeah. So we know.
Yes.
Say, I saw it supposed to run. But we know so the people them can't afford some of the things. For the smaller players. And them man come with them thing and cause it now. I mean, no, it will cause an issue for you. Get a permit. You have to go put some whole heap of things in place. So technically, it squeeze out. It will squeeze some of the smaller players out of the market because of foolishness.
Because of foolishness, bro.
Blessings, my brother.
Manners and respect. This is why I love this audience, you know, because see, we not only talk about the problem, right, and what we see are happening and stuff, we bring forth solutions. And not just me. I need people like that. You know, Mervin's field of expertise allows him to chime in a way where I probably couldn't even understand. But see, surveillance. Now, right now they're trying to figure out who for gun that is. How did that altercation start? If I am Jaii, I am in there saying, me not got prison for know how many years, you know. So here what? Me I twist up that story to save myself. I saw him in there and him pull out gun for me. And him pull out the gun for me and I have my license gun for me, so me pull mine out for defend myself too. Me don't know which part him get him gun from. One of my dog them with it there with me, jump on him and try to wrestle with the gun from him, but him get the better end of my dog and him shoot him. And that's why me shoot after him. That's one side of this, and I'm sure that is what is being said right now. Because Jaii Frais would not still be in lockup if that, unless him get out this morning, and I don't know about it. Up till late last night when I checked, I heard Isaac Buchanan talking about the situation, which I think I'll play the voice note right here. But I'm sure that the other side is twisting up the story. And after we're gonna him bring it come in here. And now the big who done it? Whose gun is it? Where did that other gun come from? It's established that Jaii gun is a legal gun. I'm licensed firearm that. But where did the other gun come from? Because people get shot, you know. This isn't an incident where somebody pull out gun and bust 2 shots in the ear and nobody was hurt. And we don't want guns in our entertainment space. This is an incident where there was an altercation that led to a shootout that innocent bystander who is visiting our island got hit. It don't look good when you said tourist shot at after carnival event in Jamaica. So they're going to have to figure out where the gun come from, right? If there was surveillance around, CCTV, that would have solved that problem right there. That would have solved the problem right there. Call a callback. But because we don't have no CCTV footage, now is he said, she said, is mine, is not mine, is yours. And the police left there, they scratch them head and try to figure out, well, who's telling the truth? You know? Like I said before though, ballistic evidence will tell who's telling the truth and who's lying. But we're going to have to depend on that. And CCTV footage could have easily have told exactly what took place there. So we can't have these events anymore where thousands are gathered without the crowd being monitored. We have to go invest in a security infrastructure in order for safety to be top priority. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mervin, boy, we love to mess up our own stuff though. We love to mess up our own stuff. Don't take this lightly, you know. I don't take this lightly because now people have it to say tourists get shot. You see, when Jamaicans get shot every day in Jamaica, honestly, nobody cares. And nobody cares outside of Jamaica. They're like, oh, they handling their own stuff in their own country. A lot of people get shot every day in America too, right? But when a tourist from the US or Canada or England or wherever they're visiting the island get shot, it tells other tourists or other potential tourists that the risk is high. Because them Jamaicans don't care. They be down there busting shots. You might get shot at one of these events you're traveling there to attend. You see what I'm saying? It don't look good. It don't look good for you at all. So this is not just a one-off that people are going to just sweep under the rug. This is actually one of those cases where it's going to bring about a lot of different changes, like Mervin was saying, and a lot of people are going to get squeezed out in the end, especially the smaller people. The people that will not going to be able to afford the permits and the whatever other things you have to set up first in order to acquire a permit. Like for instance, if they say, oh, y'all have an event, what venue, max capacity, all right, you're going to need surveillance. at least 6 cameras here, and here. If you don't have it, you can't get your permit. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Your father for one.
Boy, you have upon speaker. Take away for that first, because we can't hear you.
No, this is a face, can go either two ways. Either Javi and Jaii Frais go free, or Jaii Frais go prison.
Say it again.
You know why I say that?
Wait, say it again. Repeat it again. Let me hear.
The case can go two ways. Either Javi and Jaii Frais go free, or Jaii Frais go prison.
Or Jaii Frais go prison?
Yeah, and the reason I say that because I really think that Jaii Frais gone.
Because you think a Jaii Frais gone?
Oh, you mean the man just can't get a license and he just a care one for a little buffer?
Like how me did say a whole heap of Jamaican carry a gun because FLA no one give none, but we no one get catch out there flat-footed without, right?
That's saying so. I mean, tell you, say, just like how you explaining, I thought the other lawyer got explained. I thought I go good. The only way I thought get Jaii Frais off my case, I went then do the ballistics and Jaii Frais fingerprint not upon the bullet them. And a man can't let me gun and he fingerprint not upon the bullet them. And even if one other person jab them through and print them on the ground, they can't say I want them harass the people and Jaii Frais pull it out.
My fingerprint them on it because I wrestle me and I wrestle with him feet.
Exactly. That's how we have to get across.
This is going to be a tough one. Now, you see why I'm saying, boy, CCTV footage in 2026 would have solved all this, bro.
Yeah, man. All right, me come off.
All right, my brother.
All right, father.
Big up. Yeah, it's good. This is going to come down to, sadly, this is going to come down to the legal minds clashing. And then this not even going to turn into who got shot no more. No, this is going to turn into a which lawyer more skiller. That's what this is going to turn into. Which lawyer is more skilled? Make we say which lawyer more skiller in this. I kind of tend to think, I don't know, because right when it happened, there's footage of Jaii Frais who ran to the police and gave them the gun. If you did not travel with an illegal gun and you just use it, right? You bust it in a party, you shoot a couple people or you shoot a person. Would you then run straight to the police and give them that gun? Remember when you seen him on the video and he was like, I kill at them, they try to kill me, you know? At them I try to kill me, bro. All the while not realizing he was shot in his back as well. I don't think somebody who was traveling with an illegal gun, the first thing you would do after you bust that is run straight to the police and give them the gun. I think that more lines up with somebody who is like, I'm in possession of a gun that's not mine. I just defend myself. I run from them anyway because a whole heap of them a beat me up. Plus, I don't want to have to shoot no more and kill nobody in here. So I run go which part police dead. That's more like it. That's more believable. You know what I'm saying? But hey, in the court of law, man, the crazy thing is not what you believe, it's what you can prove. Tourist shot, Uncle Man 1, hospital care not effective, go at your own risk. Sad. That is exactly what we're looking like right now. That's exactly the headline, Elaine, that they're going to be putting out right now in the foreign countries. Tourist shot, go at your own risk, hospital care, not effective. That's why I don't like what happened. Come in. That's why I don't like what happened. What's up, Pop? Oh, Papa, you want to be on camera? You just feel like you wanted to be on the camera?
No.
Yeah. Kai said yeah. So Kai's staying home from school today. Why you staying home from school, bro?
I wanted to.
Because you wanted to? We're going to talk about that later. Kai's staying home from school because he wanted to. His sister, though, Melanie, last night Melanie was on fire, burning up. And we decided that she wasn't going to go to school this morning. Kai him decided to him not go to school neither. So Kai, every opportunity he takes to not go, he will take it and not go. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, just need a break sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But tell them that you got awarded yesterday.
I will.
You got awarded yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honor roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honor roll student. We went to his school yesterday for a ceremony. It's always a big deal at his school. So a whole heap of parents show up. The auditorium is full of people and picnic, and he walk across this stage and pick up his certificate. This is his second one. So he's staying on the honor roll. And I always ask him too. I said, Kai, the next marking period, are you gonna still be on honor roll? Because I see you like walking around doing a lot of drawing and stuff. I don't see you doing any math, any reading, any science or anything. I just see you doing drawing, and I don't even know what you drawing. Them kind of Kai watch all kind of weird sitting, but he's staying on top of it, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I told you I'm proud of you, right?
Yeah.
I told you I was supposed to get you something, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't get you anything, right?
Yeah.
But tell the boy, I said, if you get called today for honor roll, I'm gonna get you something. And I didn't say what it was. I just said I'm gonna get you something. Look, they're saying congratulations on the screen. I said I'm gonna get you something, but if your name don't get called and you're not on the honor roll anymore, I'm not getting you anything. So when him come home yesterday, the first thing he was like, Dad, where's the stuff you said you was gonna give me? I said, I didn't say anything specific. The man has searched up the whole house because I guess he was some guy looking. I guess he thought you thought I was gonna get something and surprise you with it.
Yeah.
I know, because you were searching like you thought something was in here. And I do random jokes sometimes. I would hide something, but it wasn't. I didn't get you anything. I want you to pick something. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you pick something, I'll buy it. That's where we're at, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. You have to give them little rewards and them little treats, you know what I'm saying? Make them know say you're appreciated and continue keep up the good work and stuff. See? All right. Them call you Flo Jr. Big up Flo Jr. Oh. All right, Papa. I love you.
Bye.
All right, go on. Let me get back to the people. You want to close the door for me?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So close the door now, bro. All right. When you said Nisha said get him the gift, today, not the bad player. All right, I'll get him gift, man. I'll get him gift. He is a serious youth still when him ready, you know. I got this big blown up picture of him in Bex one morning. I don't remember what he was vexed for, and they were going to school. I take a picture of them before them go to school. The man would not smile for nothing, so I had to blow the picture up and put it in the living room, cause to show him how serious him get. Is a youth were coming like a mother. When them get serious, furious idea. I saw the man, I take my picture of them. I said, Kai, smile. I said, damn, you mad still? You won't even speak. Yeah. All right. Big up on yourself, and thanks for giving him a little congratulations and all that. Him see it and he appreciate it. Right? Y'all watching these babies grow and everything. Back to what we were saying though. In this situation, man, with Jaii Frais, with Jaii Frais. For the longest, I didn't know how to say his name. But in this situation with Jaii Frais, though, why he is locked up. This is all Isaac Buchanan had to say. Recently, I was going to play what he said until the phone call came in. But you can listen a little bit and take this from it. It said,
now representing vlogger Jaii Frais in the incident that happened at Big Wall. What's the outlook from your perspective?
Well, today he was taken to court and ex parte application was made for him to be held over for 48 hours. It was granted by Judge McIntosh.
So
I
another
was
48
informed
hours.
that took place. I presented myself in court, as I do represent him, and the judge amended the orders to ensure that he was brought to get medical attention in relation to his gunshot wound. And
So that
we await returning to court on Friday.
So they'll be back in
And
court today.
what are you looking for on Friday exactly?
Well, I'll update you on Friday when that time comes.
And what is happening on Friday? Is it another hearing? What's the situation? Just for clarity.
Well, the judge is monitoring the situation. As I said, he does have a wound, and in terms of client care, that is the most important thing right now. So,
how is he doing mentally with all of what is happening?
He's understanding the process, so he is there. He is anxious for the matter to be resolved, so we are just awaiting for Friday.
Okay.
And I have indicated to him that he is to trust the process.
Meaning?
This part of the justice system works. One simply has to trust the process. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add that I have not asked at this point that you think is important to share?
You know, one of the things the only thing I'll add is that there has been a culture in Jamaica that cases are tried in the media, but it is evidence on the court. And sometimes the media can just allow persons to get due process as well as respect the Constitution. And I'll leave it at that.
Are you concerned with what has been in the public domain and this reported on the media so far? Does it result in concern?
The media, see, like I said, our respect for the Constitution includes freedom of expression, the ability to disseminate information. It's just my only caution is to do so responsibly.
Yeah, you mentioned that you requested for him to be allowed to go to seek medical attention. Is it that the police haven't allowed him to seek medical attention since he was initially brought to the hospital?
Well, you see, that's it. When dealing with government, you will have a lot of red tape, and so those who are responsible at the lockup don't necessarily be the persons responsible for the investigation. So communication can be misinterpreted, and as a result, things get fall by the way. But for all persons in custody, the human rights or the human dignity aspect is important. So we have an injured man that is being detained while the police does their investigation. We have a bail act that says pre-charge bail is a part of the process. And I mean, there are many things that we can do to respect the Constitution. But as I said, trust the process.
So first, Mr. Buchanan, we understand you're now representing vlogger Jaii Frais in the incident that happened at Big Wall. What's the...
All right. Shout out to CBM. That was a CBM reporter speaking to Isaac Buchanan about the status of the case. Jaii Frais still, he said that the judge, Isaac said that, which we went over before, they went to court, and at their first court hearing, standing before the judge, the police went to court. In Jamaica law, I saw somebody left this in the comment section. That's why I need to listen, because me learn along the way by listening. We can learn too, right? And we each teach each other. In Jamaica's law, they say that you can only hold somebody for 48 hours. After that, they have to let them go if they're not going to file any charges. However, there are stipulations within the law that says the police officers who are investigating whatever the situation is can go to court and can ask a judge to give them extended time to hold this individual past the 48 hours. Give them a next 48 hours, which is another 2 days, which is apparently what happened in Jaii Frais case. So him and Javi both got held for some more time while the police continue to do some more investigation and try to piece the pieces together some more. So all the people who are talking about now, all the people who are saying it's illegal, them should have let them go already because them not charge him. Nah, the law actually allows the police go up court and they have to present in writing and tell the judge why they want them held for longer than that amount of time. So they did that, and the judge found just grounds to continue to hold them behind bars. I know Jaii Frais alone still held. Jaii still held too, right? Both of them are still held. Most people are assuming that Jaii Frais is the one that's innocent and Jaii is the one that's guilty, and his entourage. That's why people are like, the man defend himself and now him get locked up and can't come out. What kind of justice system is that? Because if man drape me up and box me or thump me in my face and me there with my woman, and then man a hold gun for me, I have to wrestle gun away from man and me actually use it to defend myself, and now me get locked up. Now he's locked up for defending himself. That's what it looks like to a lot of people. The pieces are going to have to come out. The pieces are going to have to be fit together. Like I said before, a surveillance system placed in this venue would have handled all that because it didn't happen in private. So in 2026, we have thousands of people gathered. A live shootout happens in the midst of thousands of people who all have cell phones that have cameras on them, and nobody saw what happened. Only the aftermath. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, things are gonna have to shake up and change up a little bit, but that's where it's at. And until we learn different, we don't really know. I like what Isaac Buchanan said though. He said, you know, Jamaica has a culture where we try cases in public, in the public space. This is us right now talking back and forth about what possibly could have happened, etc., etc. All he asks is that we do it responsibly. You know what I'm saying? Responsibly would mean you don't start putting in fake narratives and as in you could suppose and hypothetically speaking, blah blah blah, and make up scenarios, but you can't come and say my brother did that, you know. My brother was an eyewitness and my brother said. You see what I'm saying? That's a big difference. Now you're going into, oh, there was an eyewitness. Now the police have to go think, who was this eyewitness? Is this story even true? Let's try to get to them so we can find this eyewitness, because if them don't have camera to prove nothing and they can't rely on the people involved story because it's two different stories, they're going to have to look for eyewitnesses who might want to speak to them. So if you start putting these type of things out there, you're probably going to be delaying the process more, as well as, you know, you throw milk into the water and murky up the scene. So he's advising us to be responsible about how we discuss this. He's also all about freedom of expression, freedom of speech, which means it happened publicly, so the public should be able to talk about it. It's not everybody shut up, don't say nothing. You could talk about it. Just don't be on the end where you are doing it in a manner in which it's going to impede the legal process that's happening. And at the end of the day, he also said at the end of the day, what's said out here is not what's going to be in the courtroom. What's in the courtroom is not going to be what's out here. So a two different scene. We can talk all we want to. Me not believe Jaii Frais story, you know. Because one man I got fight 15 man and take a gun and then shoot and do a karate black belt 10th degree this and a Bruce Lee. None of that is going to come into the courtroom. None of it. What's going to happen in the courtroom is what can be proven by both attorneys. Right now, Isaac Buchanan, right now, Peter Champagne are working their asses off on behalf of their client. They're doing their own investigations. They're trying to figure out what's said here, what's said there, who saw what. If them can bring in something to help them client, that is exactly what they will do. So that's what it's going to come down to. Not what me and you are said to each other. We're at a distance discussing what has been let out to us already publicly and adding our hypotheticals to it. That's all we're doing. You know? If there was a struggle, many other people could get shocked. Yeah, that too, Mervyn. And according to, there was a struggle. There was a struggle. A fight, a wrestle with the gun from the other man, so there was a struggle. I don't think it's impossible that it happened either. You know, America would be asking for cell phone videos to be sent to the police. PG, yeah, true. But me and Shakira was discussing this yesterday. I said to wife, he said, yeah, a lot of cell phone videos do exist. However, the cell phone videos don't show you the whole situation. The cell phone videos do not establish where the gun was first produced. And that's the biggest question in all of this. That question needs to be answered in order for one person to go free right now. If a cell phone footage is produced right now that shows an individual approaching Jaii Frais with a gun like this, and Jaii Frais grab the gun, fight with him, take it away from him, his story will back all the way up to self-defense and self-defense only, and he will immediately be let go. So none of the videos that are out there establishes where that gun come from. None of the videos are out there actually paint a full picture of what actually happened. So a whole heap of video footage out there, and yeah, the police would be asking for anybody with them video footage, please send them in or whatever, and you can do it anonymously too. Because you know we have a culture where people will consider you as a snitch. And you film it on car, video go get police or whatever, video boy, gunman boy, and these kind of things, right? So they should have a way where it could be submitted without anybody named upon it as a them Giwi or any. Let the people feel comfortable to bring their footage forward. I was there, you know. I know Jaii Frais, you know. I see him. And from I see Javi approach him. I take out my camera and I start film. So I have it from the beginning. If there's anybody out there who is like that, who can say that, send in the footage. Or carry the footage, go get the police them. But keep a copy for yourself. Just so if it never comes up, I would have said even contact ISAT instead and give him the footage there. Let me put this out there like this. If there's anybody out there who saw this from the beginning and you have it on video and you're thinking, I'm afraid to get the police in a car, I don't know. If you're thinking along those lines, contact ISAP Buchanan and give him the footage, right? Or contact Peter Champagny and give him the footage. Or contact both attorneys and give them the footage. Share it with the two of them and left it there so. The footage doesn't tell the story. All the footage that's out right now don't tell the story. Don't tell the story. But there might be somebody who's holding a footage that does tell the story, but they're afraid to come forward with the footage because they don't want to be seen as a snitch. Even this man, Shakira did a discuss, and where I say, you know, even talking to bystanders and alleged eyewitnesses, even that in itself can be dangerous, you know, and not be beneficial. It can work against the person who is actually innocent. Because if somebody out there is a person who called Jaii Frais gay Frais and body wash gay Frais and don't like him and all that and have their biases against him, and they are also a person who love gun culture, love badman culture, drape up boy, box him in his face, yes, we not like him. If that is who you're going to talk to and they can attest that, yes, I was there. Me and Jaii Frais come out of the bathroom the same time, me see him. But it's not somebody when me like, so me never really heal him. Me man no celebrity to me. Blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you what happened though. Now they spin the story to suit who they actually like. Them not even have to have ever met Javi. Them just like 450 the artist. And them know say Javi manager that and producer that. So Javi is the manager and producer of that artist. And that's what them like. And that's where their loyalty is going to be now, and them come spin a narrative. So even in that, you have to be careful with what kind of eyewitness is coming forward to say what. This case is not going to be an easy, just try and done case. It's not. It's not. And you have two great legal minds who are about to pretty much go at it. This is not going to be just a, oh, here it is, okay, done. Unless that footage show up. Now, if any footage is out there that show up like that, then me would have said the other side, their goose is cooked. Them goose cooked. But until that footage, I know, say right now, somebody a pray like this. Them a pray, say, like Javi side probably a pray like this. It's like, God, please just don't make no video footage show up. Say, we bring gun, go to the boy. If it not show up, we're good to go. Whereas Jaii Frais side is probably praying, God, please, I hope somebody was recording. I hope somebody did a record. I have something for sure, say, I know for me gun. And them approach me with the gun. One of those is going to come down to, In Boston bombing, cell phone footage caught the killers. Yep. Yes, PG. And cell phone footage could actually solve this case as well. If anybody was recording. It's an event where they weren't the main attraction. And remember, me telling you already, say, Jamaica in a star. I've seen famous people in Jamaica walk out and nobody don't pay them no attention. Jamaicans feel like they are the stars. Yeah, nobody no more than me. Oh, wow. If them see somebody famous, them like, yeah, I might heal him or something. But me not run down nobody for no accolades or run them down for no like no autograph or nothing like that. That's how Jamaicans are. So you could be some kind of a star and you show up to an event, or you could be some kind of a popular person or famous person and you show up to an event and not a soul pay you a mind. You might get one and two of the people that will tune into your thing for heal you up. What go on? Yeah, man, all right, big up yourself, yeah. But them not take out phone and be like, oh, I'm gonna follow him around and he's here at the event, Look, it's Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're here and follow you around like this. They're not doing that. Jamaicans don't flex like that. So, Javi Dede, 450 Dede, Jaii Frais Dede, nobody filming them. They're more concerned about what's going on in a Fidem circle, the kind of music that's playing, the festivities. We're here to enjoy. We're not there for run down nobody, so them a celebrity. And them little thing pop off between them, and nobody saw it until gunshot fire. Or nobody saw it until the tussle started, a bag of man a fight. People are going to look. Then you will have people pull out them phone. Oh, may I put this on YouTube? May I put this back? You see what I'm saying? It's going to happen late, bro, where they start paying attention. And then after that, they didn't catch the beginning. So it's not going to be helpful. It's not going to be helpful. When you say, Mervin, every Jamaican is a star. Every Jamaican is a star. I hear Jamaican people say this all the time. After I'm no more than me. I see people already say, yo, you see so over there, so. And I see the people that are around them say, okay, what you want we do? What you want we do? You like him? Go and talk to him now. Like, they're just not, they don't care. They don't care. And I like how Americans treat for them star or their so-called stars. Right? Always say, you know who see me? Hey. You think somebody is going to jail though, PG? In this situation here, somebody should be going to jail. Honestly speaking, somebody should be going to jail. This is not a walk away from situation. This is a huge situation. This I don't know, somebody misfired a gun and it fired into the ground. This is a shooting incident where multiple people were shot. Left one man fighting for his life in critical condition. Left a next man, a tourist, get shot and a pass out because he might lose so much blood. And get a next person who is a well-known. Jaii Frais is now a celebrity in Jamaica, believe it or not. So a celebrity gets shot, a tourist gets shot, and a next Jamaican man that they have fight for him life in a critical condition. Somebody needs to go to jail. But who? That's the part. Who? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, my brother.
What go on, bro?
The day appointed man. Yeah, it's a question a while ago. But I think when it first come out, I said it. Somebody after that prison fees.
Yeah, you did say that.
And if somebody not got prison fees, I believe it's that when they are celebrating, they could have celebrating some more. Somebody after that prison example has to be said. Just like Mr. Isaac Buchanan said, the justice system works. So if the justice system works, in this case, somebody has to be held accountable.
Right. Him said trust the
You know what I
process
mean?
because sometimes it moves
So-
slow.
Yeah, we have to trust the process and all and something about, you know, and trust the process fee. You don't hear say nobody at all get end up with no cognition and, you know, fine and none of them something that unacceptable. We don't want that.
Yeah. Me not believe in
that
that
reality.
neither.
We don't believe in that.
No.
But as we say, both party have their name, they are who they are. You know what I mean? But somebody has to be on accountable, bro.
I agree. 100% agree. I'm sorry if I say it, but if this turns out either or either way, then whoever is found to be the guilty party in this, them have to go do sometime. Them have to go do sometime according to the gun laws too. Yeah. Them have to go do sometime.
So that the people close what we see how to go play with another long run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we see. But anyway, I'm listening. But there,
All right, my brother. Manners.
Man of God respect.
See? Elaine says, flight risk, questions, then answers. Flight risk. If they're thinking that Jaii Frais might be a flight risk, because isn't he an American citizen? Him get him citizenship, right? Because remember Jaii Frais who will, or a green card him get. No, I'm pretty sure it's his citizenship he has. I think he has citizenship for the US. So I made us a talk. I don't know the people in business. I know Jaii Frais was doing stories from before, coming up to his YouTube ranks, talking about, you know, him get married and the relationship never work out, but it allowed him to get papers and all these other kind of things, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if he has US citizenship and they're looking at him as a flight risk. Something that's real funny to me though is this. To show you, so them might take this real serious. There was an incident that happened, I believe it was a year ago, where two men kick off a door of a house, went in the house and shoot up two women who were in the house. Walk with this story. This happened in Jamaica. They went in the house and we covered it on the channel. They kick off the door, went in the house, shoot up the two women them who were in the house. The women saw their faces. One of the women died from the shooting. The next woman never dead, but she tell the police exactly who it was because she see them. And apparently are people where she know, right? Familiar with it. Wasn't no strangers that did it. Do y'all know that the person who she said come in and shoot them up was released on bail? One of the man them get released on bail like immediately, and then little bit of time pass and the next one get released on bail after. So I say that to say this. I've seen situations in Jamaica where crime was committed, brawling like that, life was taken even, and the surviving individual told the police, this him do it. Me look on him when him did they shoot way up. She gets shot but she survived. And them let out the guy upon bail. And the other one get locked up and them let him out later upon bail too. So when them let out the two of them now, me said to myself, say, okay. I actually said it on here. I said that woman must fear for her life so much. She either hiding or she run gone. Because if them let out the two man them, when me tell you say kick off the door and shoot you up in here, kill the other woman with it in here with me, and you let them out upon bail. Now must you let them out so them can come finish kill me so them not have no court case to answer to, right? Right. These things happen in Jamaica. People commit murder. People are there to say, you know, say I am because me did, and them still get them bail. They still get let out on bail. So this situation right here, I was expecting these guys to be let out already. I really was. But apparently they're taking this extra serious. And I'm willing to bet that upper government people are involved in this. Right now, you're talking about Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is probably fuming behind the scenes. And he's probably calling and talking with Edmund Bartlett, the Minister of Tourism, and they're friggin' fuming behind the scenes. In the military, we have something that's called shit rolls downhill, never uphill. So you see from the big guy up atop, Bex. Because you know, if I did regular shooting, you know, out a door of an event with beer Jamaican involved, because man did a fight, man. Then would have say, yes, another shooting incident happened, and it would have been the end of it. But when you got Addy and tourists get shot up, and it's the tourists who come every year just for this event, of course you're going to have Edmund Bartlett involved in this. He's going to be like, no, man, this can't happen. This can't happen. They just boasted that Jamaica so far for the year has made how much the hundreds of million, 900 and something million something, 900 and something million US dollars so far. And tourism is booming, and then boom, you're gonna drop this? Yeah. No, they're not having it. So obviously bigger heads are involved. And they don't have to come out and scream on camera and microphone for if you say, Lord God, the Prime Minister angry about it, you know. Nah, he's wielding a sword from behind the scenes. Trust me. The Minister of Tourism is wielding a sword from behind the scene. Stakeholders are wielding swords from behind the scene as well. That could have been at my event. That could have been at her event. That could have been at your place of business. That could have been at your establishment in the market. Listen, we have to get this under control immediately. You know, a big stuff are going back a scene, you know. Big stuff is going on behind this. I wonder if them youth can notice what or realize what they just did though. Because you see how much life was just normal the day before, and then one little something where you're gonna do does change the course of everything and will change stuff for everybody from here moving forward. All because I want stupid ass action. So when Marie asks, and she said, who is responsible? And I said, the blame needs to be shared. This is what I mean. The blame needs to be shared by the people. When the lawsuits come out, this is going to look bad because they're going to try to even sue the sponsors of the event. How are you sponsoring an event that's supposed to host thousands of people, but you never made sure that it was safe? Up till now, they can't figure out who did what. That's because y'all didn't have proper stuff in place. There were no CCTV cameras in case anything goes down. So I said to wife yesterday, I know, just shooting, you know. CCTV camera needed because I see people go events already. A woman get draw away and get raped, sexually assaulted, and all other kind of something happen. CCTV footage should be paramount to these events. Those sponsors, they're going to have a problem from here on forth. You know what? Campari, you want Campari sponsor you? Okay, we will. We like how you do your thing, but hear what? Only way we're sponsoring you is if you check all these boxes. You have CCTV cameras installed at the venue. How many of them are there? Is the footage safe? Nobody can take it away. When the party done, it's something we can watch in case any event went down. We don't want what happened at that thing happen here, you know. If that's the case, we'll put our brand on it. If not, we won't. That's kind of thing. Sponsors are going to pull back now. Major sponsors are going to pull back now. Not only major sponsors are going to pull back now, but it's never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. And I hope it changes for the better, though. You know, we're saying it's never going to be the same is not meaning it's a bad thing. It could change for the better. You know? Now when we go out and we go at them event here, we know it's a camera there everywhere. The people who set the event, who put it on, they're going to be blamed. And them have to share some of the blame. The security for the event has to share some of the blame. Because if you are security for this event, I'm sure this was not an event where guns were allowed in. So if you allowed guns in and them slip past you, you weren't doing your job properly. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, me, SouFLo.
Yeah, family, what going?
I feel like saying this case is being handled a different way because a foreigner was involved.
But it is. You can see it.
I feel like if the foreigner wasn't involved, like you said, certain people will get bail, we shouldn't get bail, but
Right.
them still a holy man.
Right.
I feel like say they have to set an example because now everybody's watching and a foreigner was involved.
Yeah.
So now they have to do damage control.
Yeah.
May I go back in the chat?
All right, family. Well, Lulu, I say. Penals, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Penal says guns should have never been allowed in the venue. And that's the thing. I'm pretty sure there was nothing that said guns were allowed in the venue. And I'm pretty sure they know guns were not allowed in the venue. But somehow guns got past security and made it into the venue. That's why I'm saying the blame has to be shared by the event organizers. It has to be shared by the security guards. It has to be shared by the individuals who went into this venue with guns and caused problems. It has to be shared by that. What kind of mindset you must have, right, to pull out a gun in front of or in an event where thousands of people are gathered? You don't have no sense. You don't have no sense, because if you shoot after somebody and miss, it's going to hit somebody else that you weren't intended on shooting. Oh, obviously, because the American guy there is not him them did aim for, but it's him get shot. You know? So, Lulu is saying, look at Lulu comment. It says, let's all get a hold of ourselves. What part of the world is safe? It's the world we live in. Life comes with risks. Lulu, you know, say that comment then not really make no sense. Because we know, say, stuff happens all around the world, but we are narrowing it down to one event. We're not talking about the world right now. We're talking about one event. And then we're talking about, on a broader scale, having these events in Jamaica. Okay? And we're talking about how to make them safer moving forward. And we're talking about what happened here and how this is going to be resolved. That's all we're talking about. We're not talking about no get a hold of ourselves and what part of the world is safe and all these other things. You know, people usually use that to discredit our argument. Like when I used to say, like, no man, too much murder is happening in Jamaica. For an island that is so small, there's no way we should be seeing 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 14, 15, 1,600 murders in 12 months. We're doing, one time, you know, we had 100 and something murders a month, you know. We had more murders than days of the month, you know. Hear them. Oh, shut up. It happens in America too. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Not too bad.
All right, talk to her. What go on?
Out of every bad situation comes good. And the good that needs to come out of this in planning going forward, promoter, these international, we call them festival. So everything's going to be looked into how it is, where it is situated, how does it affect traffic, people's lives, security, everything. So the government won't be in play now with them out, give the permit, what and what, the pros and the cons, everything of all those things are taken into consideration of giving a permit to organizers to host events of this large magnitude. So it's all on board.
Yeah.
All on board.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
So
that's what we've been saying. That's what Mervyn said, and we've been reiterating that.
Yes. So what are the bad good comes out of it? What I want to ask you, Jaii Frais, still in jail with a gunshot in his back, right? Has he been taken to the doctor?
Yes.
Maybe.
That is what Isaac Buchanan said. He was basically, Isaac Buchanan was basically saying that sometimes, you know, because the reporter asked him if, are you saying that the police was not giving him the proper medical care that he needed, given that he's in custody with a gunshot wound to his back? And Isaac was saying, you know, it's not necessarily that the police wasn't giving him his care, it's that sometimes things get lost in the shuffle or whatever. So as his attorney, it is his duty to make sure that his client gets the care. So he went to court and he had the remand paperwork, had the judge amend it so that yes, they can hold him. However, they must also make sure that he is taken to the hospital and gets the proper care that he needs as well. So they are hold him in custody. You still have to make sure him get the proper care at the hospital that he needs.
It's just sure how justice goes in Jamaica for the rich, the middle class, and the grassroots. Because what the people want to take you steal money name, night they arrest him for 1 hour and release him. No, not even. He should have been locked up. The kid at the bottomless hidden to people money. People died and all of those stuff. And Jaii Frais defending himself.
Honestly speaking, though, investigations have to take place.
Investigation has to take place, but I don't think in this case how it is being done, just because he's not attached to the elites. Because I think he should have been in hospital under police guard if there's anything else as an arrest. That's what I thought.
Wait, say it again?
He should be in hospital under police guard.
If he has a gunshot wound to his back.
Yes.
Right?
That's what I thought.
You have a point there. Because if he was anybody who was from uptown, he would be in the hospital under police guard still.
Not even in hospital. Fly come over here in a plane and get treatment. That's what we're talking about.
He wouldn't get left yet. He would have in a hospital or would have
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm speaking about the elite.
Yeah.
I like even the rich man who wants to say with the money. Hey, if he went sick, they say, oh, he's sick. Oh, let us get into doctor, critical care. And they flew him in a plane, flying across the waters. Jaii Frais defending himself. Got a shot.
We're assuming.
Yes.
We're assuming based on one side of a story. I love law, and I'm not a lawyer, but we love law. We are assuming based on one side of a story that has multiple sides. That Jaii Frais was the one who was defending himself. They got to call a spade. All right.
Once he went to the police, giving his story, I'd never hear him buckshot playing. So that's what I think.
And again, that don't mean nothing when you go court. Because, check it, you have people who lie, and them lie with a smooth look on them face, and they look you dead in the eyes, and they're confident, and you go
but they already plan, already said them all tell a lie, and think all them all act and all of that. But this wasn't planned.
Let me play devil's advocate. You don't know that wasn't planned. Maybe the man walk with him gun and him say, yo, if nothing happen, me a bust shot and run, go straight to police and say, I fight, and me take for them gun. Because that is my way to get out of using an illegal gun.
Well, you have to play devil's advocate now, but we're just looking from what was painted to me, what was shown on the media.
And me I try to tell you, sir, don't go with that, because an investigation has to take place. It has to take place.
Yeah, but this investigation will take too long too. It'll take too long too.
It'll take too long?
Yes. In this case, it's taking too long.
Yes. I don't think so. This time, I don't think so.
Me think, sir, he should be in the hospital under proper care.
That I agree with.
That's what me think.
Yeah.
He needs to have 6 guard and foot. That care man lick off your piece every minute. Me not business. That's not opinion still. But I want to know when him come out to go live, because trust me have to just sit in and bucket this time. Never, but I will.
All right, my friend.
Yes, bye-bye.
All right. Well, Lulu, I talk about. Lulu, go roll up your spliff and come back, man. Go roll up your spliff and come back, or me no know. Lulu said, no discredit, but we are behaving like a pure savages or feral people living in Jamaica. What have we said here that would make you think that? You're upon one this morning, I can see. I honestly think he was ambushed. Yeah, we think that too. We think that too. But if I should play devil's advocate just to show you how the law works, is what I'm doing. And I'm showing you that investigation has to take place because it's not about what we think. It's not about what the police think. It's not about what his lawyer thinks. It's not about what the viewing audience thinks. It's about what can be proven. That's how the law works. That's how the law works. Or don't I say people kill people already and them go court and bust off the case because nobody couldn't prove nothing. So it's all about what you can prove. It's not about what you think. I think I believe him because he sounds so credible. A lot of people lie and sound credible. I'm just saying, you know? So at the end of the day, I don't think it's going too slow. I think they're taking their time. They're trying to be thorough. And in this situation, they have to be, because this ain't an easy one. This is not an easy one because there's no proof of how this started. There's no proof of who produced the gun first. There's no proof of a lot of things in this case. Unless a video shows up that shows the altercation from the beginning. I'll give you an example. You see the other day, the woman that got burned up at the gas station and she died. You see the other day when everybody was saying, she go up there, go trouble the woman and she be dead. And I did a video saying, I can't believe they watched her die. Because if you were going to teach her a lesson, you can't teach a lesson to a dead person. She dead. Them could have put the money together, through her GoFundMe, get her the help she needed overseas. Time was of the essence. And then she lived to talk about it. And then you say, you see, you learn your lesson. You see how you burn up. You see how you look different. Because you got trouble the woman up there. So leave people alone. What did the police come out and say? Because me follow that the case like close. And I was trying to dispel the rumors over here. The police said the reason why they ended up arresting and charging the attendee at the gas station was after they watched security footage from CCTV cameras that were at the gas station that showed that the attendee was the aggressor. That's what it said. And that's what everybody was like, so what them charge her for? What them lock up the woman for? She did there do her work. Our job them go fight her. And it wasn't the case. Right? So I'm just trying to say to y'all, you have to let the process play out. If investigation is being done, investigation needs to be done. Me looking at this case, investigation definitely needs to be done. Anybody who bust a gun there, in that venue, with all them people there in there, they need to be held accountable for it. But we have to make sure we are holding the right person accountable. The more limited proof there is of who it was, is the longer and the deeper the investigation is going to be. It's going to take longer to come to the truth, and it's going to need more deeper digging in order to come to the truth. So sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes time. You know, social media can be so convincing. And people really nowadays go off of social media. Yeah, man, I believe him story. I feel say like a them jump on him, man. I believe Jaii Frais' story too. I do. But I know how the law works also. And I also know that his story could possibly not be true. I'm not saying it's not true. I said the possibility of it being not true still there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, family. How are you doing?
I am well, thanks. SouFLo, I don't know the players. I'm not really familiar with the reggae stuff that much, even though I'm a Jamaican.
Hold on, give me a second. But, 1 second, please. Peter G says, John, no, me call 3 times and my brother SouFLo now answer. Bro, you hear the phone ring? That lady called just now, that's on the phone and the phone ring. If you call, we would have hear the phone ring. Make sure you're calling the right number. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
That's okay. Maybe you want to put up the number again.
Yes, I'm about to do just that.
Yes, Flo. What about control? You know, verbal control more than have to do what he did. I wasn't there. I don't know how it works, right? But I understand you said he might be a citizen right now. He should have think about that. I saw her in every airport
Wait,
right
who should
now.
have think about that?
I'm talking about the guys who are locked up, right?
Yeah.
The one who live abroad, right?
Well, they both live in Jamaica, pretty much. But
I thought you said he was a citizen.
well,
I apologize.
Jaii Frais, yes, no, he might be a citizen. I said I don't know for 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure over the years when I was following some of his content that I came across where he mentioned being married in the U.S. and living here for a while and not being able to go back to Jamaica. And now that he got his citizenship and stuff, he's going to go to Jamaica and base himself out of Jamaica and conduct his business, get his podcast off the ground, which he did exactly that, and his podcast blew up. So,
well,
if he has his citizenship,
honestly speaking, I'm very sorry to know that, because now his name will be in the system, and we have these guys in the airport these days, and he's going to be in the system. Both of them names going to be in the system. I mean, stupidity. Flo, you have a good day, okay, sir?
All right, my friend.
All right.
No wonder they lose me. I don't think, caller, I don't think you're on the same page as us. I think you're of the impression that the one who live overseas went and caused trouble and him should have think about that before him do it and all kind of stuff. I mean, I think you follow the narrative. I don't think you're following the narrative of how this is unfolding, right? It go like that. There goes the phone. The phone is sitting there. It's not ringing. I don't think you called the right number. Then they'll be learned from the gas station, girls, not to fuss with people. People can crash out. Kingston 100 said. You see, Kingston, after me just repeat what me said. The police said they charged the gas station girl because after watching CCTV footage from the gas station, it showed them that she was the aggressor. That's why they charged her. But because it happened at her job, people assume that she go up there, go cause trouble on the girl's job. And of course, everybody sympathize with that narrative because me don't want nobody come fight me off by my job. I try work, I earn an honest living, a day's work, and you want to fight me by my job, right? So that's the narrative that went out, but when it wasn't really like that. If you heard the whole story, the girl actually went there before, and she paid for 2 vehicles to get gas. She paid for her vehicle, and she paid for a bike that was riding behind their vehicle to get gas. Her vehicle pull forward, the bike pull up. She and the girl start arguing about the money that she paid for the bike to get gas. And she has said she already paid for the bike to get gas, so the guy don't have to pay for the bike. And they were arguing. That's the first argument they had. Me hear some machete come out and everything because it got out of control. They left. And they made it seem like the first altercation between them was 24 hours ago. And she go get her sister or her friend them and double back and go back on the girl job. She go beat her up and the girl light her a fire. And it wasn't so. It had been a month and change before she went back over there. And she went back. She used to want to go get gas and other things from over there. But she would send other people instead because she was avoiding the place. Because she used to say, me not go up there because me and the girl they catch up there. Me not want to go up there to see her and we got to catch up the same way again. So somebody go buy it for me. And she sent people. And just this particular day, she go back up there again because she never have nobody to send. And when she go up there, the girl was there. And according to the police, the CCTV footage shows that she was the aggressor. That's why she was charged. That's why she was arrested and charged. If the CCTV footage showed that she was attacked while she was on her job, she would not have been charged. So we have to stop run with everything we hear on social media from people who just run with story and embellish the story them and spin the story for them way. Because that's the first story I heard. She go up at the girl job, go fight her off over man. That's what they said, right? She go up at the girl job, go fight her off over man. And not a thing never go so. Not never go so. Ah, boy. Oh, them charge her now. Well, they had charged her before. I think she was released on bail, though. but that she was released on bail before the woman died. So I don't know what happened next in that story. If someone attacked me, I would not be thinking of citizenship. I would be trying to save my own life. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're well within the rights to save your own or try to save your own life. You know? What you say? Yes, I agree fully. Let it play out. All right. We have other topics to talk about this morning. I think we've beaten that horse to death. That horse is not running anymore. Kingston, we're going to look up that story there and see where it reached now, if she will be charged. Let me just put this in here real quick. It's not our genre of story, but I found it quite interesting because it was done by a black person. But I know it's like the longer we're amongst them people here, the more we're taking on their mannerisms and stuff. So before we get back into the fun stuff, let's squeeze one of the more serious things into the middle and then get it out the way. All right? Because we still have to discuss gold. Jamaica will soon be drilling for gold. We'll still have to discuss the Jamaican athletes being barred from actually representing Turkey after Turkey done shell out a whole heap of money upon them and all these things. But let me run this by you real quick first. If you look at my icon this morning, you will see a couple on there, husband and wife couple. The former Virginia Lieutenant Governor, Justin Fairfax, and his wife were found dead. Justin Fairfax and his wife were found shot to death inside of their home on April 16th in what detectives and investigators are now saying this apparently looks like Justin took himself out and took out his wife as well. And apparently he did it while all the children were in the house as well. I'm thinking, what could make an accomplished politician do such a thing? Fairfax County Police Department Chief Ken Davis said that sometime after midnight, Justin Fairfax took his wife out by gun. His wife was Dr. Karina Fairfax. She was a dentist. And they were in an unfurnished basement inside of their home. And then he ran upstairs to the home's primary bedroom, where he also walked off the planet. The couple's home is in a place called Annandale, a town in Fairfax County, about 14 miles southwest of Washington. It's a beautiful two-story home. This has been an ongoing domestic dispute surrounding what seems to be a complicated and messy divorce. I'm not blaming victim. I'm just going to say this outright. Yeah, it's almost always the men. It's almost always the men. I have to admit that. Because very few times have I ever seen where a woman take a man life because him want to leave her. Very few times compared to the amount of time I've seen that men do it. So it's almost always the men them. And I would tell the woman them, say, if you're going to leave, just leave. No bother with the long talking. Don't bother staying there and telling this man that, yes, I'm leaving you and I'm taking the kids and I'm taking half of everything that we've built together, and just leave. Do all that from a distance. You know what I'm saying? You're going through a divorce and the divorce is becoming messy and you guys are still sharing the same house. Danger. Danger. That's kind of like I'm going through a divorce and I'm still coming home and this woman a cook and me still a eat her cooking. Oh, me know she not gonna poison me. You give me all these damn kids, you took away my youth. You look how my belly are full of stretch mark and me titty them long down when me meet you, my body did nice. And now man I go look for me different. And if you go out here and go get new man, I was invested in this relationship. I saw share your food. I was invested in this relationship and now me have to go start over. I can't stand you and I'm poisoning food. I would be afraid. I would be afraid to even be in the same house. Law enforcement secure a crime scene outside of the home of the former Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax on April 16th. 2020 in Virginia, according to police, Justin Fairfax, former lieutenant governor. This is April 16th of 2026, by the way. That was yesterday this happened. According to police, Justin Fairfax is a former lieutenant governor of the state of Virginia, and his wife, Serena Fairfax, they were both found in what appeared to be, you know that word that YouTube don't like us using, the S word, scene. Like him do it to her and do it to himself kind of thing. Fairfax County Circuit Court records show that Serena Fairfax, the wife, was the one who filed for divorce. And she had filed for the divorce since July 18th of 2025. The case remained pending the day of the shooting, and the order issued on April 10th directed Justin Fairfax to appear in court April 21st. Today is April 17th. He was supposed to appear in court on April 21st. Governor Abigail Spanberger, in a post, asked Virginians to pray for that family, calling the case a horrific tragedy, and said that I am deeply saddened by the tragedy that occurred last night. Spanberger wrote that Dr. Fairfax, which is the wife, she was a devoted mother. She was a beloved dentist in the Fairfax County community. She was an engaged supporter of her alma mater, Virginia Commonwealth University. My prayers are with the Wangzer and the Fairfax families as they mourn their own loss, endeavor to make sense of this tragedy, and to comfort the Fairfax children most of all. Lieutenant Governor Ghazala Hashmi related a statement calling the case tragic. Saying that she was filled with sorrow. She said that my thoughts are especially with the children and the loved ones and numerous friends that they had. I'm keeping Serena and Justin's children in my prayers as we all process shock and horrifying news like this. Davis said that the couple's teenage son, and the couple's daughter were both in the home at the time of the shooting, but they were not harmed, and that the couple's son was the one who called 911 to report the shooting just before midnight. Officers who responded to the call found the couple both dead. Police Captain Chris Cosgriff said, look there, just before midnight, you're supposed to be asleep, you know. If your relationship good, you get a good sex session in with your wife or your husband and you're gone to your bed just before midnight. She's a dentist, you're a high-ranking politician. I'm sure I'll have to get up early in the morning to go do something constructive. You have business to conduct in the morning. But instead, you're up late night arguing into midnight right during the middle of the week. All kinds of red flags we be ignoring, man. The officer who responded to the call found the couple both dead. That's horrible news for the family. Certainly a traumatic incident for those children to have to live through. They were in the house. Certainly a fall from grace for a relatively high-profile family that seemingly had a lot of things going in their favor. Davis said that it was not the first time that the police responded to that home for a reported domestic incident. In January of this year, the former lieutenant governor actually called the police to report that his wife had assaulted him in that house. But detectives reviewed the cameras that they had inside the house and determined that no assault had actually occurred. So, with him being scheduled to appear in court a few days from now, today is the 17th, that would have been Monday coming, I guess, or Tuesday coming, he would have been in court. Just couldn't take it. And he finished his wife and finished himself. Y'all be careful out there. You know, pictures tell a lot. And I was looking through their pictures because they are a pretty public couple. They've been to a lot of red carpet events and stuff. I'm looking through their pictures and I could literally tell that that woman did not want to be with him no more. You see, as a man, ask Shakira if I don't say this to her. You see, if you have to go in a public with me and your face look like somebody please come rescue me, don't be with me. I may walk well left you to as soon as I see it. Like women have their way of telling everybody that I don't want to be with him. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going along to get along kind of thing. I don't even want to be at this event right now. I can't stand him. Her face said all of that. The pictures that I looked at this morning. I was like, wasn't he seeing how unhappy she looked? And him still there in a public with her. And he was the only one that was smiling. I don't know if he was smiling like that because it was his job to smile or it was his event they were at or what the case may be. But me would have catch that. And from me catch that, me and you not in a public again together. So many things in hindsight though, right? The biggest thing out of this though that I take from this is them kids, man. Them kids are going to need all the love, all the support, all the counseling, all the help that they can get. That's not something easy to have to deal with. That's your mommy and your daddy in the same house. And it unfolded like that. So keep them in your prayers, y'all. That's why I be telling y'all that, you know, life is bad for you, worse for somebody else. So when me come on, me say, it's Friday. Today is the 17th of April, 2026. And we say we made it and clap it up. And them something that I talk about, it could go anywhere. Anywhere. The wife put up cameras all over the house because he told a lot of untruths that she was trying to take him out. And that is what happens when people divorcing and are forced to share the same house. Lulu. Yes. Yeah. And of course, you know, people get devious too when they start planning who's going to get primary custody of the kids, right? And he's probably thinking, if I could paint her to be a violent person, then I'm going to walk away with the children and probably walk away with the marital home. In most cases, when divorce happens, those children get to stay in their house. That is how the wife gets the house. So you as a man, you're out of the house. You're going to have to go find somewhere else to live. That's how it happens. And he was probably trying to avoid all that. So I'm starting to come up with story. She assaulted him. I guess he didn't know that. What? Him never knows a camera in the house. Him go tell police that she assaulted him, and guess he didn't know that there were cameras in the house. They reviewed the camera footage, found out nothing no go so. So now he looks like a person who is not credible. It backfired on him. And his bosses are calling it a fall from grace. Either way, man, those kids, I'm sure they have a lot to go through because I'm sure they saw this building up, but they never thought it would get to this. Damn, mommy and daddy are arguing again. Man, they're arguing intensely. They sound like they're about to fight each other, but they never thought they would hear pow in their own house. Imagine you in your house and you hear that pow and you don't hear your mom's voice no more. And then your daddy shoot past you and run gone upstairs. And then you hear pow and then you don't hear him no more. Man, that's some traumatizing ish. That is some traumatizing stuff. The kids coming up these days will have to likely deal with the fallout from these incidents. And I will even go further to say this. Pardon me. If his family ever sees this, he never loved those kids. He never loved those kids, and he definitely never loved that woman. A woman could be... Listen, a woman could be leaving you, but you still have so much love for her that you would never kill her or harm her. Like my philosophy is like this, right? I love you too much to hurt you. And I really love you enough to let you go. Like, if you feel like your best place to be is not with me, I can't say I love you and hold you where you don't want to be. If you love her, set her free if that's what she wants, right? Right. So for the fact that he went out like that, I mean, you never sit down and think about your picking them and think about what kind of trauma that would have brought to them. You left them with no mommy, no daddy, in a world by themselves. You can't tell me so that was love. That wasn't love. That wasn't love. I don't give a damn what you say. That was not love. I don't care what you tell me so the woman do or what he heard or what. That was not love. You left those kids with no mom and no dad. And you left them traumatized because of the way you did it too. That wasn't love. Yeah, so you have to be careful too when you're there with some people who you feel like, because they're good at saying I love you, actions you have to watch, not words. Actions will tell you everything. People could tell you I love you, and they're stabbing you in your back like this with a big ass knife while they say, but I love you. I love you so much though. I love you to death. And I stab you up, but I tell you about them love you. Don't listen for words. Watch for actions. I don't think there was no love there. Some people, they just want a relationship because of it's an image. It's an image. They want to uphold the image. I have a beautiful wife. I have 2 beautiful children. I have a nice home. Her career is Dr. So-and-so. They don't really love you. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, my general.
What going for?
My dear man. The thing where I talk makes sense,
Say.
I remember what you know. I see something happen with the other girl and the couple were went on vacation. So, but one thing I have to say to the man still, we have to remain strong mentally. Because what a lot of females and a lot of people in the world don't understand is, man, we're mentally drained. And worse when we don't have a female that is able to rectify or help to rectify certain type of delinquency or certain type of things that might come up with cause the mental strain. Because if you don't have somebody who can have your back, motivate you. And yes, other people might say, yes, you can motivate yourself, but people don't understand the importance of a woman. When a man love a woman, what she's expected to do in a relationship, and a lot of females
build them up. Build them up and not provoke them to the point of wrath.
By how you talk to the person, by how you act, by how you carry yourself. And this is a thing when I reason with my brother one day, I say, yo, watch out. A female has so much power that they don't need to even argue with a man.
Absolutely, bro. True.
Just by being quiet and listening, bro, and show say you're listening, and rub him back on him head and say, baby, I understand. You get what I'm saying? A lot of these women, bro, before them even try to have that self-control or that attitude of listening, the first thing they want to do is argue. The first thing they want to do is throw a stone off of the man. All the man are trying to do is explain how he feel. Especially when you have kids, bro, with a woman who don't show certain type of affection towards your love. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
People been through it. When you have to ask my woman, say, yo, watch out. Look for the kids them. You really want to bring your kids them through certain type of things? Certain type of trauma? It's like them black women nowadays, brother. They don't know what is father. Oh, call her when money wanted. Oh, we want money now for your kids them. But that's not being a father. That's not being a father. When you put me through so much strain, so much hassling, when I have to take care of myself, emotionally, physically, mentally.
Yeah.
And then you're going to look for me and tell me, say, me need to be a father. Bro. Like, that is not being a father.
I talk some real things, brother, because I actually talk about that, but I talk about it on my brother's keeper podcast series instead of on here, so because I wanted to talk to just the man them basically, but now you are bringing it here, so it's true, man. You know,
I'm gonna show you the next thing again. You see, we as man too, if you take some I blame to come, I take blame to you so flow. Because you see, sometimes some red flag did there, you know, but because I love, you know. Yeah, let me tell you something when we get to understand. Man love woman more than woman love man, you know. I see man cannot take heartbreak, you know. And that is why it results to certain things, you know. Because when a woman can easily move on, man is hard to move on, brother. Because we are so dedicated in what we do.
Right.
You get what I say?
Right.
And a lot of times we see the signs them. But because I love how we feel about the woman, and we have to learn to get rid of that feeling from early. We have to try to remove ourselves from the red flags them. Cut and clear. And it's not easily, it is easily said, but it's very hard to do. True. But time, you will. Because, make sure you agree. Enough time, you know, the red flag them, even in the family of the person who you're there when you come around, you know. The mother, you know, say the mother of the woman, them I want next one to, you know. We're sucked up to a lot of nonsense and try to tell them all these things, what to do. And their life that they live as a mother isn't even better than what they're telling their daughter to do or their family what to do. Because what? You're only taking one side of the story and using it to rectify the problem. You're not listening to both sides of the story and sitting down
and giving your daughter some constructive, sensible advice.
Bro, sorry to say, some of them mother are demon too, bro. Demon them.
True.
And the worst thing about it too, are the one them who go to church and talk about them and serve God. You hear me, I tell you?
Yeah.
A fox. Yeah, man, I tell you, bro. That's why I see, when I see people get up and jump up, but them hallelujah, praise the Lord, my love. Because one thing me know the Bible saying that everyone who say, Lord, Lord, God shall enter into the kingdom, you know.
See.
Yeah? You see me? Yeah, brother. I'm going to tell you, them want to just be strong, bro. I'm saying, tell you this, if you have a real good friend, I'm going to show you a thing. Enough women out there then get upset when they have a man who have a real good friend or brethren where they can talk to. They might go say, oh, everything you tell a brethren? No, not everything I tell brethren, but I have to reason with brethren because I can't reason with you.
See.
Every time I try to reason with you, you try to reflect things back. You know? And you try not have, you know, have no accountability. You get my answer, so I have to reason with my friend. And a real friend is always honest. He might tell me when I go wrong or right.
True. But you know, say a lot of the times though, that's I think I said that yesterday. I say, you know, say man and woman really different because you see us as men, I don't know if women know this, but we always have brethren round where that's how we talk to each other. Men will let a man know, say, boy, brother, where you the fuck up still? Me not lie. Right? Whereas when I see women rally to each other, it no matter where them do wrong, she always right.
No man, a real woman don't rally around woman. See them give them advice or anything about the relationship. A real woman rally to God.
Yeah, man, but
to show them the way.
No, God, bro. Me and you are gonna sit different now. There are people out here who have all this God talk are one thing. Everybody respect who them can see, right? But no woman no rally to know God, only rally to a circle. Your circle is very important. Some women have a circle of women who they hold to a higher standard. Like for instance, if you go into a family, right, as a man, and you notice that the grandmother is there and the mother is there and the family is structured properly, and these are people who she herself look up to, and the family can tell you, so you know, so you're the first guy she ever bring here. We have never seen any other guy before, so you must be really special. And they're the kind of people who will tell her to her face, you know, so you're wrong though. No, you need to calm down and you need to listen more to what he's saying because he's actually right. Them the one that exists, but that look like it's few and far between, because majority of them that I've seen seems to be is a circle of women, whether it's on social media, true friendship, or in a real life around them have yes people. And women tend to be more yes people to other women. It's like, okay, right now, me give you an example. If a celebrity couple are break up, man and woman, right? Watch and see if all of the women them don't just take the woman side automatically. Them don't want to know if she care man go in our marriage house, our marital bed. Them don't want to know wherever she do. They don't care. Him just wrong. Him wrong and a him fault and him a mash up the relationship. And they automatically take her side. Nobody is sitting to say, nah, girl, you wrong. You 100 times wrong. You know what I mean? I understand about the God something still, but that kind of superficial talk to me still. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as we might pray to God, so to speak, we still people who are grounded are people who have somebody on earth to answer to or who they look up to. Me can't go wild out the road because my mother live right down the road, and even if she don't live right down the road, my mother and me would have in a war if I was to do anything that would make her grandchildren have a messed up life. And I may talk about she would have like I'll use courthouse if she have to. So that's who I hold and who hold me to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? Before her, it was my grandparents. I go to Jamaica, I go see them. I don't show up with my kids. They're like, yes, we're happy to see you. Where are the children though? All right, next trip you come, make sure you bring the kids.
Some of them
you know what I'm saying?
Their things. Them not communicate neither, you see me? So you as the father, it's a rough for you because guess what? Things that happen where you didn't even know, where you're supposed to know. Yeah, so but watch out. This is going on and you make me know. Them things the brother man tell you it's rough. But me I forgot that differently, bro.
Saying.
Yeah, man, that's differently. So just go and big up yourself.
Manners and respect, my brother.
Yeah, man. No self-worth, yeah.
See that. Yeah, man. You know, it's time for another episode of My Brother's Keeper. I got some stuff to unload. But yeah, all the way, need to have somebody here that we're accountable for. That whole pie in the sky and God and turn to God kind of thing, yeah, that sounds good and all. But I fear people who have nobody earthly to look up to or have nobody earthly that they're going to have to stand in front of and feel ashamed of their actions in front of. You know, nobody like that. You know, on their own you. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Eating.
You're eating?
Yeah.
What you eating?
Bun.
Bun?
Yeah.
Well, it's better to eat it than to get it. You have cheese with it? You have cheese with it?
No, no cheese. Just a bun.
Dry bun?
Yeah.
You have a little water beside you or a little juice though?
Yeah, man, I gotta drink some tea.
All right, I'll tell you something. I'll be real honest with you. You see, if you got troop on the call here, hang up the phone. It's my biggest pet peeve. Like.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
All right.
So, let me talk to you.
All right.
How about when you have people who you will say, a woman who you say doing something that is not nice to a man, and you talk to them and they vex? I always, when I see things, I will say, you know, you should not do that. Or sometimes if a woman tell me anything, I say, you know, sometimes you may be telling me your side of the story. Even man too, I will say, you will be telling me your side of the story. But remember, I wasn't there. And sometimes we tell our stories, but we tell our stories, not the other person's story.
Yeah.
So there is where it can go. People don't know, you know, things. And
a lot of the time you tell the story in a way that make you look good and the other person don't look so good. When it's not so the story actually go.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, go eat your bun.
All right, SouFLo.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, take care.
All right.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thanks. Yeah.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves. And anybody who know me in real life knows that if you're true, when you talk to me, so I'm so flow. Boy, I just have say, you know, say, if I'm driving on the highway, I think I did it with my niece. I'm like, slam on the brakes, I go down I-95. If I'm driving on the highway and you sitting behind me and you throwing, we pulling over. You whatever you are true, you have to go stop through it. I have a thing about chewing. And anyway, my story is always a friend of mine, not me, says Lulu. One side of the story. Yeah, always need the truth. 100 of the story. Yeah, man. But I know some people operate. Most of the time, you know, a woman, sister for go and she automatically take the woman side. I'll give you all something before I change topics though. My mom told me and my brother, right? My mom told me and my brother, she said, don't bring any woman come to my house that you're not willing to stay with and raise a family with. Because she's a woman. And my mother listen up. My mom said, because she's a woman and I am a woman, a somebody's daughter, just like I'm somebody's daughter. And I'm going to take her side a lot if things go bad, right? So don't bring her come. If you're not willing, my mother tell me that she's going to take her side. And nothing happened yet to know. She's just warning me and my brother that, in other words, what she was saying is, don't think you're going to come bring nobody daughter, come around me and come treat them bad. And I'm your mom and I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to side with you because you're my son. It's still somebody's daughter, just like I'm somebody's daughter, right? She don't want a shuffling woman pass her. So here's Carrie-Ann, and then next week, here is Jacqueline, and then 2 months from that, here is Simone, and then next 2 months from that, here is Alisa. My mother never played them kind of game there. And her parents who I was living with when I was growing up, them never played those kind of games. I was too little for that anyways. But I saw them how they and their children operated anyways. Right? Their children were the bigger ones. I see how my auntie and my uncle them operate with their parents. So I come from that kind of family anyways. And I'm trying to say that them kind of thing that is not available so readily for everybody anymore. People just have like yes people in their family now. Nobody now tell you say you're wrong. Nobody now tell you say stop being disrespectful to your partner. Nobody is not telling you that, you know, you're going to lose your good marriage if you don't shut up and start to learn to listen. Nobody is not telling you any of that. Them just tell you, I saw the boy talk to you. I got him say, pack up your things and come way here. And before you know it, you alone by yourself. You mash up your own relationship. They'll encourage you to the end. And then when you end it and you're picking them displaced, and now they've been a single mother house, and all these other things, them start look on you like, you can't stay over here though. Cause me have my own life, I'm my own man in my own house. You know? Always I tell story for make themselves look good. Yeah, Lulu say I passed through with Shaquida and Bum Freaka. Oh, so much of them till me lose track. Jesus, guys, my mother well extra. You know, my grandparents, up until the day they passed, you could not stay in the same house. You couldn't stay in them house and stay in the same room with somebody that you were not married to. As they got older, as them get older, them they loosen up the rules. But the rules go like this. It's a house with a 5-bedroom. So whoever you bring come here if you know stop a country for the night, them have to go sleep over this up on that the side of the house, and you are going to sleep over this up on the other side of the house. That when I was growing there though was a different story. Them couldn't even stay the night in the house. So if you want to stay, you have to get rid of that person there. And that's how my grandparents were. Yeah. And it no matter if you live together, and this is your common law, anything, and you shack up on boyfriend and girlfriend and have apartment together at town. If you come a country, come visit, try left before it get too dark and transportation stop running, or you have your own transportation. Try left early because you're not staying here in the city, and they don't care if you live together. I don't care. My granny is like, you can't stay here together. Like, no, you're not married. And that's how they were. Jamaican-born ICE agent is now seeking therapy. You see, I'm going to switch the subject, ride with the show. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Morning, SouFLo,
I'm there in the family, what go on, man? Switch me, I'm going to switch the topic, you know. Watch out, the man call. You see how me I gonna make joke with brother, me I joke you out now. I say all your phone I hang up. Yeah, yo.
Yeah, man, hand catch the button.
Oh, me like a run joke again and I say all your phone no say I figure you're foolish to see I come with the phone.
No man, not this time.
Phone hang up early.
Not this time. The last time wasn't fuckery, but this time is not for sure. It's something we're gonna have to hear this time.
Alright, so here one. I switch topic, you know. Me I try done that show you by 11:30 and we have about 3 more topics we got through. So
quickly
wrap it up neatly for we.
Quickly.
Yeah, wrap it up neatly for we.
My opinion is that you not to live with a girlfriend, see? You not to build a family with a girlfriend. You build a family with a wife. That means that somebody who you are plan for spend the rest of your life with.
I agree. I can't fight that. That makes absolute sense.
The second I propose to my wife, the second she pass every test me need for pass. You know what I mean? She can't pretty enough, her hole can't pretty enough for me put a ring on her finger like that tell her. Because I'm gonna like invest in nothing where I'm not sure it'll work. You know what I mean? Although I'm still not sure. But you have to tap on certain certain behavior and how to treat sometimes and how to treat people and I look on you know. How to flex on people and if she have conscience. You know what I mean? You have to take all of them things into consideration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you don't build a family with a girlfriend, you know, that your wife build a family with and them with it, you know what I mean?
I agree.
The man there, he married them girlfriend, not his wife. If you get the top, the woman trying to say. Yes, he married him girlfriend. Can never tick off all the things them. Come to tell us, if you ending in a relationship, you need a counselor. The relationship not gonna work on me. If you can't do it by yourself and I gonna need people to intervene, I feel already. Because me and my wife.
Yo, me not lie, brother. I agree with you too. Cause we always hear people talk about why you don't go counseling and all this. Brother, yeah, me agree too with that. That part there. If we can't fix it together, we always need somebody to intervene and keep with on track.
You must be mad.
Yeah. If you can't fix it together, then that means
it's done. Step away.
And eventually it'll fall apart.
I'm telling you, man.
I have to run to people every time it go off track. We get the pan track back for you know.
Me and my wife have the same mindset, you know? In terms of we love each other that much. That's anytime that goes to a certain level, we always say we need to talk, you know. We need to talk about this now. We talk about and co-interested, how to figure it out, and how to reach a level before we get frustrated and angry. You know what I mean?
So you have a wife. Let me ask you this. You have a wife where if things bother you, you can tell your wife, say, listen, me and you need to talk about this, you know. And you're not able to talk, and it don't turn into no big drawn-out argument, and end up hate each other and separate and gone in a different room and have one new problem on top of the problem where you didn't go talk about and all that. You're actually able to talk and get to a solution.
Yes, man.
Every time
you have a work.
You have a wife.
Yeah?
You have a wife, yeah.
If me go work, however, disagreement, me make sure fix from go work. I live in a space where so no say, I'm sorry, I'm not even vexed with her. I might disagree, but I'm not vexed with her if I say she's my enemy now.
And later we're gonna talk about it and start.
Yeah, me not time I forgot now, but we come up and talk about it. All right, baby. I make you know say you're the man and you love her and she's still sweet and nice still. Never make you feel that she's your enemy one day.
You have a wife.
Yeah, I guess it start. I guess anyhow you make your wife feel like I said you are enemy or you're upon her side. That's where it starts. She starts to see you as the adversary. You know what I'm saying?
You can't make no man feel nothing doing, no, bro. Them feel what them want to feel, you know. Like for instance,
me know.
You know what I'm saying? If a woman don't want to respect a man she ain't gonna respect him. And if a woman don't want to feel like she want to submit to a man in a way where she allows the man to lead, she not gonna make the man the leader, and she not gonna submit to the whole. We need to sit and talk about this kind of thing. So that's why I say you have a wife, because that is how a wife flex. Her interest is the preservation of that relationship. She values you and your union. You know what I say? Yeah. A woman will value you, the man, and our union. She's gonna want to hear him say, yo, this bothers me, we need to talk. And then when time when I talk, her intention is to find solution amicably. That is a wife. That is a wife.
Yeah. You cannot, sometimes when I'm stressed out, when I'm stressed out, the second my mother know when something bother me, I saw my wife pick it up. And when she pick it up, she come up and say, all right.
That is a wife. That is a wife. You know that woman and she not even care about where you go through. Or she see your face bend up and she thinks that, oh, him vex because I guess it's something I did. So him quiet, so me I go quiet too. Now just go over here so and stay from him. That is not a wife. You're describing wifely qualities, bro. So you have a wife.
And that's why I tell us say every kid needs a good mother and father. Because my mother teach me how to be loved and what love is. You know what I mean? So because when my son and my mother was kissing me up and say, all right, and want to hear my problem, some wife agreed. So you know what I mean? You love her more. So my mother don't teach me how a woman to love me.
Your mommy used to do that?
Yes.
Your girl for your good mother, that's true?
Embarrass me sometimes, man. She pass her now still, but
oh God, bless her soul.
I'm gonna look for her. I believe a town, I'm gonna go to country, go look for her and thing. She can't say something bad at me. So your partner in the room and say, all right, you want bother you? Tell me, don't be afraid. That social deal with me as a big grown man.
See it.
I'm a father ignored. I'm father the man, not time to chat to him. But my mother see everything.
Yeah.
I see the same thing in my wife. So it's like I said, my wife, again, and my mother, somebody who check for me entirely. So
that's your wife, bro. Yeah, that's it. You are describing a wife. Yeah.
Anyhow, you have to go at a counselor in a relationship. The relationship are done. But you can't fix together, done. Because nobody can help you. Believe it that. If
Uno alone can help you.
Independently. You must have as soon as done this council session and go back home and see what's happening. I'll go nowhere. Anyway, so for the call to make a move, yeah?
All right, my brother. Mothers are respect, see?
Yeah, man.
And this is why I don't cut him off when he calls, because a lot of the times he's festive with it and him hit the points. Listen, one of the leading marriage counselors in the US, she said she had to call other colleagues in her field to find out if this was happening at her practice as well. She said she would have started marriage counseling, right? And happily, the husband and the wife show up and they're there and they go through the counseling, because that's how she started out the session. Them everybody talk and answer in front of each other. And then when she starts to break it down to different levels now it's time for her to address the man. And the man is going to start to speak on how he feels. She can't talk. The wife can't talk. The wife then if it fear her deal when she can't tell, I don't like this and he don't like that and he doesn't do that. And she said the husbands, majority of the husband them sit through it. As a matter of fact, she never had a husband that left that and walked out or anything. She said when it got to the wives' days, she realizing it started to be a trend where once she get the wife to open up, and the wife, the husband, and it's the husband's turn to say, and she's there, and she's playing referee, right? So listen, Elisa, yesterday was your turn. You spoke all day for the whole 4 hours. John did not say anything, right? Okay, today it is your turn to be quiet. John's gonna let out. Just the way how you did yesterday, okay? Let's be fair. Okay, John, go ahead and say what you have to say. Once John start, them either get up and walk out mid-talking, or they don't come back the next day, the next session. So she see a lot of husbands show up by themselves, and she's like, where's your wife? And he's like, well, she said she didn't want to come today. Okay, well, I mean, we could go ahead with the session, but she's going to have to be back here for this to work. I'll try to get her back, you know, or maybe you have to call her or whatever, and she try, them just nah come back. And it's almost always the women that quit once it's time for the men to start expressing how them feel. I say that ain't your wife. That is not your wife. Because if you need a referee, that means that when you at the house and there is no referee, you are never heard. That woman say whatever the hell she wants to say, and it done. And now y'all spending money on counseling. You're really spending money on a referee, not a counselor, because y'all know what the hell the problem is, and you grown and you're both intelligent. You know what the problem is. You know what you need to do to fix it. She need to pipe the fuck down and let you speak, right? So you have a referee now, and the referee, I put her in check, and I said, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do it. But he's lying, and let him get it out. Let him get it out. Man, fuck this. I'm not coming back here. I'm not coming back here. It's not working. This ain't worth it. That ain't your wife. That is not your wife. You heard? So when the brother just said just now, being wife, him can say to her, say, yo, I'm really bothered by XYZ. You know what I'm saying? I'm really bothered by XYZ. We have to go talk about this. Either them talk about it now, or if you gotta go to work or something, them say later when we come home, we're gonna talk about that. And they sit and they talk about it. And they talk about it before them go bed, so them not go bed angry and all these things. That's your wife, bro. That's a woman that's trying to stay with you for life. That's a woman that's trying to build with you. That's a woman that's concerned about how you feel. Because she knows that if you're not happy in the house, our marriage are going to end sometime soon down the road. A sensible woman will know that you alone can't happy in the house. That happy wife, happy life bullshit, that shit is friggery and foolishness. Is happy family, happy life. Everybody in the house happy. You alone can't happy and is happy wife, happy life. How you feel in a house where you alone are the happy one? Everybody else is walking on eggshells to please you. Or you have a partner who can't express how they feel about anything to you. Then you're not a wife. You shouldn't even be in that house with that person. You shouldn't even be in that house with the person. You're wicked just for you stay in that house there. If I was the person who felt like that, like, yo, I don't even let this person speak. I don't even care how this person feel. Some point I would look at myself in the mirror and say, you're a wicked bumble in a youth. Pack up your things and left that girl, man. Left her, because you don't love her. Leave. So if you're that kind of person, you shouldn't even be in that relationship. If you're not thinking, my partner got to be happy, I got to be concerned about how my partner feels. Anything that bothers my partner is supposed to be something that bothers me. Hey, babe, what happened to you? Why your face looks up? Damn, your attitude just changed in a minute. What happened? If you're not that kind of person, don't be in no damn relationship, because that's what it takes. And ain't no counselors needed. Once you start talking about counselor, just pack it up and left, because you don't need no counseling. And I don't mean to kill anybody counseling career, because when people hear this, somebody is going to say, you know, that's SouFLo, right? We have to go fix this myself. And them now go carry them money come give you now as a counselor. So you're going to lose customers, right? But ain't no damn counselor needed. Grown-ass people know exactly why they act the way they do, where them a whole inside, why them don't want to give them all to them relationship. They know these things already. And ain't no counselor going to bring it out of you. You either make up your mind to make it work, or you make up your mind to get the hell out of it. Some people just be buying time. They just be buying time. And when they buying time, all kind of stuff happens in the meantime, until them get to where them feel comfortable and ready enough to step and leave. You know, say, me done now. Me can't take it no more. Me gone. Kind of thing. You know, sometimes people just do with you because them a buy time, you know. Don't necessarily mean say, you is you for life. They're just buying time. You know, I'm going to hang around until I put this together and put that together and this and that. When them feel comfortable now, it's a SYM you get on them gone this time for good. They never loved you. They never loved you. And you could tell they never loved you. They never tried to work anything out with you. You and them couldn't solve no problem together. Them kind of sitting there. That is that though. Because we not depend on no relationship counseling, nothing this morning. Grown people going to be where grown people want to be. That's how I see it. Grown-ass people who are intelligent grown people, unless you have some learning disability, you know exactly what you're doing every time you do it. You know where you're there. You know when you cause turmoil in a relationship. You know if you're giving your 50 or your 100. You know all of that. You don't need nobody to tell you none of that. We like to act like we're dumb or it's somebody else, is not me. You know damn well say part of it is you too. So I know that would happen this morning. Jamaica-born ICE agent seeks therapy and admits that this job was starting to take a toll on him. On the Jamaican-born ICE agent on the screen in the icon for this video this morning, the guy that you see in the middle is me with no hat on. Me just pick out me hair, attach my face to our ICE agent body. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. Well, I just got to make my little stay on the thing about the incident that took place.
What incident?
You know, the one at Jamaica, the carnival.
Oh God, we left that and gone a long time, and this audience of over 700 people would be so mad.
All right, me just quick.
What, 60 seconds?
I would say the law is very tricky because number one, they shouldn't be in the venue with a gun. So that's gonna be a burden. And with this shooting now, I think that's my view. I think Jaii Frais had that gun on him. As soon as they attack him, I think he pulled the gun because if he wrestling so much of them, he say like about 15 of them. What the other person they will do for him to take a gun from one person? I can't see through that. I don't think he pulled his gun after they attack him and start shoot whatever. That's my little view on it because so many people come down on you. Or could you wrestle and take a gun from one person? What the other party was doing. But number one, it's the law is very tricky. They should not have been in that venue from the first thing with a gun. So I think it's gonna be a rough one for them. Okay, bye-bye.
All right. I don't know, so I don't have the heart, right? I don't have the heart. Men's Walter and say, all right, mommy, Lulu, call her. Lulu, they call her. Oh, man. Caller was delayed by far. Let me start this over again. A Jamaican-born person who is working for ICE says that this job is taking an emotional toll on him, to the point where he might have to look for some counseling right now because, you know. So here's the whole 100. A Jamaican-born U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Customs Enforcement Officer ICE says years of working in federal investigations led him to seek therapy after the job began affecting him beyond workplace. The 38-year-old is part of the Homeland Security investigation team and the agency's investigative arm. He migrated to the USA as a child, and he joined ICE at 25 years old. He said that his decision to pursue that role was driven by stability and opportunity. That means you're going to get your level 5 clearance, security clearance, breeze through the airport when you travel, these kind of things. You're also going to be on a team that look like a winning team, and you have good health insurance and you get a nice paycheck, right? As he said at 25, you're thinking about building a life, kind of fresh out of college. A federal job with the benefits and the structure, it felt like it was the right move to make. He said that early in his career, everything was very black and white. You're investigating cases, you're focusing on the facts, you don't really personalize it. In recent months, though, immigration enforcement across the U.S. has intensified, with federal authorities carrying out these coordinated operations in homes and workplaces and public spaces, while Homeland Security agents focus primarily on building criminal cases. Their work can intersect with the enforcement actions where individuals are detained or when they're taken into custody. So over time, he said that the nature of that work has begun to affect him in ways where he cannot function normally outside of work. He didn't immediately recognize it though. I was starting to notice I was becoming more distant, not just at work, but in my personal life as well, like cutting off communication with people. Things that should have bothered me, I wasn't really responding to them anymore. At first, I thought that was just part of being disciplined. He said that the turning point was when a series of experiences that stayed with him happened. And he recalled one early morning operation that was linked to an investigation that he was doing. He said that it was just about 5 a.m. and I just shared much details. He said, I can't share much of the details, but it was just about 5 a.m. early in the morning. And there was a child holding on to the father, and the child was crying, and the child was asking, where is his father going? Where is his father going? And that's the nature of these operations. Everyone knows their role and everyone carry it out. But that moment, it just lingered with me forward. Later, you start to think about it differently, he said, because you're not just seeing it as a case anymore. You're actually seeing the people who are in it. So as those experiences accumulated, they keep doing these operations, keep seeing more children crying about them taking away their parents. He said that he began to realize that the job was now following him home because it was affecting him more now, where he was cutting off people and situations he was supposed to be involved in. He was becoming more isolated. He was trying to deal with these feelings and didn't know how. Coming from an immigrant background as well, you grow up understanding struggle a certain way. So when you're in situations like that, it doesn't always feel distant. It feels all too familiar. I'm going to pause right there so I said this. Well, remember when the election was running, right? I'm going to talk to my Caribbean people them now. Remember when time the election did I run? I remember what I said. Remember what I did say? I said I can't say how you can side with a side that says this is what their plan is. And knowing that you come from a background that this is what your background is. The whole of we in here, even if it's not you personally, know somebody who come across them border there and live a certain way before them straighten out themselves and send to them people them and all kind of something like that. So how can you cheerlead something like that? You know, better you just stay out of the way and stay neutral, right? So now if you see them people here actually take up job, it's one of the strangest things for me if you see. To see the people them take up the same job and go kick all a door or run down a man that is their same kind and grab him and drag him. And yeah, I said, damn, that's for a paycheck. A whole heap of other place are higher, and a whole heap of other job opportunities out there, and that you choose. That can't sit right with your mentally, brother. A lot of people act like they can manage the mental weight of it. You can manage the mental weight of it for a while, but if you're a human being with any kind of conscience, you can't manage the weight of that for too long. So he said it was that growing awareness in him that pushed him to have to go seek counseling. And him said that the therapy helped him to confront how much he had been suppressing. But the decision to seek help was not an easy one. Where I'm from, especially as a man, you're not really encouraged to talk about things like that still. You're expected to just deal with it and move on, and keep going. But he insisted that no one actually pushed him to get help. It was him pushing himself to go get some help. I had to reach out, man. That point, because I had reached that point where I realized that I couldn't just keep handling things the way that I was. Reflecting on that choice, he said it changed how he views mental health, particularly among men. I used to think that therapy wasn't something that I needed. But how I see it differently, sometimes you need a space to actually process what you're dealing with. He also added that in a job like this, ignoring those emotions can have long-term effects. If you keep pushing everything down, it starts to build up and eventually it catches up to you. According to him, not all experience the job in the same way. He said that some of his colleagues, they're able to detach from all of this, from the work that they do more easily than I am. For them, it's just part of the job and they're just doing their job and they leave the work right where it's at when it's time for them to go home. Despite emotional challenges, though, he said leaving this job is not just a simple decision for him. People think you can just quit, but you've built your life around this. Remember, I'm going at 25, I'm at 38 now. It went from HSI, Homeland Security, over to ICE. It's not that easy to walk away. Starting over isn't something that you take lightly. And he said that the therapy has changed how I view this job. Even as I continue to carry out my duties, now I'm more aware of what comes with the job. So I'm not plan to stop grabbing own people then. Him just plan to go get somebody to convince him say it's okay. Hey boy. Him not plan to stop grabbing own people them. Him don't plan to stop grabbing own people them, and that me here. That's what I heard. When you say, Lord, my friend worked for ICE and I never thought of this perspective. Your friend will work for ICE. Okay. I believe him, especially in this climate. Poor thing, he need continuous therapy. Poor thing. Poor thing for the little picnic where watch you draw with them daddy. Knowing that the man never do nothing but was trying to seek a better life. I understand he thought the thought process, but did he think that he was going to work at Disney World? That's a good one. That's a good one. Some people will take a job knowing says wickedness come behind the job. Like, I'm not going to even put myself out of it. Me joining the infantry, when I went into the army, I had choices. I could have been a mechanic. I could have chose engineering. I could have chose finance. I could have chose to deal in the mail room. I could have chose to be and go into the medical corps. I could have chosen anything. Me, do you want to feel what I feel like? To stack a 4-man team and run up in our building. I wanted to feel what it feel like to get shot at and shoot back. I wanted to feel what movement under fire was. Be careful what you ask for now and wish for now, because as much as I said, yeah, I want to join the army and go to infantry and stuff, I never thought that I was actually going to end up in war, on frontline fighting, or any of that stuff. And then when it happened, I was shitting my pants in real life. That's just a normal reaction to nervousness and start talk to myself in a patois. Look what you do, my youth. What you do, so? This are not even fear fight. What you do, so? You know, so you have to go kill people and people might kill you too. That's something I talk to myself, the whole time. But I'm saying all that to say this. You make these decisions because you tell yourself, say, I can buy one nice house one day. I can pay off my education and go get some education and earn 2 degrees. I can get proper health insurance and stuff for me picking them. I can this, that, and the other. You start to weigh the nice things. You start with the nice things. You're not weighing the dirt that you have to do. You tell yourself, I can't do that, man. I can't do that easy and just compartmentalize, separate myself from it and just do what need to be done. And then it fucks with your head. And then you can't get away from it. And then you go sleep and you dream it, and you wake up and you see it, and then it's bothering your brain to the point where you don't even function like you used to function anymore. That's the reality of it. There are people out there, like he said, who can do it and who take it as fun and who separate themselves from it and their personal life. But anybody with a conscience, certain things you can't do and just walk away from it. Right? When he started, it wasn't like it is now, Lady J says. And you're absolutely right, Lady J. When he started, it was more like hunting criminals, actual criminals who had committed crimes. I'm not talking about the simple where you want to say, well, if you cross the border illegally, that's a crime. No, they were looking for people who actually had committed real crimes, especially those who were violent criminals. That's when he started. It has turned into something totally different. And the fact that him still say, him not left a job there, him just a go find a way to deal with it. That tells me, say, hey, you don't really care about anybody except for yourself. Because I don't really care about hurting families. It bothers my brain. So I'm just going to go find somebody who could counsel me and give me a place to vent and make me feel better about breaking up families and, you know, doing what I do for a paycheck. And that's what that is. That's what that is. If him you come out and say, you know what, it bothered me so much seeing that little 5-year-old boy, the way he hung on to his dad while I was dragging his dad this way, and I knew that his dad wasn't coming back to him, I just couldn't do that job anymore. If him did said that, then I would have said, yeah, I'm fine, him conscience. But he said he going to go get help to help him to accept what him do even more. He's going to get help. Y'all see how deep that is? He's going to go get help to accept what he does even more. And he said it bothered him. What if it bothers you? Stop now? Nah, I gotta start over. I done invested too much time in this. I'm not starting over. I'm gonna go get me some counseling to help me to accept better what I'm doing, because I ain't stopping. Hey man, to each his own. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? I know I couldn't do it. But if you feel like you can do it, then hey, somebody got to do it. And the somebody is you. Right? Moving on to our next topic. Our next topic, we were supposed to be finished at 11. It's 11:30 and don't look like we're going to get out of here until about 12 o'clock or close to it. So I'm going to run through these two topics that we have left. Okay. Boom. Jamaica is going to be drilling for oil pretty soon, is what it looks like. For the people who have been on SouFLoTV for quite some time, just go back to YouTube if you haven't and look up oil found in Jamaica. And then SouFLoTV, and look up gold found in Jamaica, SouFLoTV. So before me even get into this article right here, I'm going to breeze through it, so pay attention. Before I even get into it, I'm going to say what I've been saying over the years. Y'all listen good. Jamaica has a lot of stuff that they've been taking out of the country for a long time now. Right now, they just announced to us. Remember, they announced to us that they're going to go out there and they're going to do testing and they're going to see if what they're looking for to indicate that there is oil there so they can start drilling if they find it. And then they went out there and now they're coming back to tell us that they found it and it's actually there. So now we could possibly start drilling sometime around. I'll get into all that in a minute. I've been told you all that. I've been told you that. If you look at the waterways and you look at the mileage between certain places, it only makes sense that in a Jamaica waters, there would be the same friggin' oil. There's no way it would be right there and right there and right there, but not here. So I've already made up my mind that it's there. But while let me tell you that, no, and slowly dragging us along because the operation is about to get so big that it can't be ignored. You know, when you're landing in Jamaica or when your plane descend, because the plane don't just go straight down, so the plane don't just go straight down and land on top of the runway. The plane gradually descend. as it's flying in, descend, as it's flying in, descend, as it's flying in, descend, until it reach the level there, altitude where it's cruising off onto the runway. You know, when you're coming in and you can see, and you're like, see Cuba there, see Haiti there. I don't know if y'all do it, but I do it when I'm flying in Jamaica, right? Things have changed also, and I'm being too hand on the brother. He was invested too much in his career to walk away when the system returned or normal in 4 years. Well, if you want to say I'm being too hard on him, that's your business. Once I found out that I was killing for no reason, I came the fuck out. So I'm speaking from a first person's perspective, and we're all entitled to our opinions, right? All right, right. Just remember, say I've been there, and when I found out I was killing for no reason, I stopped the blood clot killing and come back to my senses. That way, him can do the same thing too. I had to start over too. So I've been there. Nobody make excuses for people, my friend. In life is good or bad, is left or right. You know, always straddling the line. And you make a choice and you stand on it. That's how I see it. Anyway, what's about to happen in Jamaica is this. The operation is about to get so big that they can't hide it from the sky. So everybody who's flying into Jamaica is going to be wondering, damn, what's all that we're going into the water right there? So, and somebody's going to start to say, yo, they drilling for oil in Jamaica, and we're going to hear it eventually now. So them I'm going to tell you now, say, it out there, and we are going to start drill around XYZ time. They've been on the land. They've been digging into the land, dig down the place, tell about them, build up new highway, new this, new that. All the damn artifacts, gold, and whatever other precious metals was being taken out of Jamaica all along, all this time. All this time. And I don't want to go as far as to say that our leaders know, but I can't help but to think that they do not know. And them get for them cut and everything else good. I remember about 2 years ago, a group of people in Jamaica did find some things that look like gold, and they ran to the media because everybody have them cell phone. Look, we find gold, we find gold. Did y'all see what the Prime Minister did? Did y'all see what he did? The first thing he did was send law enforcement presence, go right there. Second thing he did immediately was get on TV or get on media and say, just so the Jamaican people know, anything that you find in the earth, any precious metals, any resources under the earth, it all belongs to the Jamaican government. Yes, even if you find it on your family ancestral land, we don't care how long the land is in your family. I could have your great, till you can't say great no more, pass it down, till it reach you. Whole of your generations could be buried on this land. If you dig that rotted and find anything under the ground, it belongs to the Jamaican government. We used to think, say, if you own land and you strike oil upon it, your family rich. That's the first time I learned that it actually says anything you find in the ground belong to the Jamaican government. So they sent people, law enforcement, along with people who are experts in deciding if this is actually something valuable or is nothing. The people them go, them do them little testing, them run in upon the people them, do them testing, and about a day after, it was front page news that what they found is what we actually call fool's gold. You don't remember that? You don't remember that? PG says that's in America. That's in American. What that mean? This is in Jamaica, you know. I'm talking about the Prime Minister of Jamaica. He let everybody know that whatever you find in the earth belongs to the Jamaican government. All these years I've been on, I've been telling you that all these things are in Jamaica. All of them did it. Gold is there. Other precious metals are there. Other precious stones are there. Not just diamond. Other precious stones are there. Oil dead offshore in abundance too. All of that stuff is there. And they've been quietly pillaging for a long time. The operation about to get really big, so now they're bringing us on board. That's what I had to say in a nutshell before I get into this right here. Jamaica could begin drilling for oil by late 2027, says Daryl Vaz in a press conference statement. Vaz said, the study that was conducted, it says Jamaica could move to drill for oil off the coast of St. Thomas within the next year or 2 years, following encouraging early findings from a recent geochemical survey. The study that was conducted by independent oil company United Oil and Gas confirmed the presence of hydrocarbons in offshore soil samples, a key indicator of potential petroleum deposits. Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport Minister Daryl Vaz said the results mark an important step forward, but cautioned that Jamaica is still some way from actual production. A little education goes a long way. Donald Trump was recently laughing after Venezuela because he said they got oil, they have lots of it, but they can't purify the oil to get it to where it's usable, right? Because I guess it's called crude oil, and then the purification part of it takes lots of money and a process that they look like they can afford in abundance. So anyways, this is what Vaz is saying, that we must remember, say, even though if them find it, that we're still a long ways from actual production. The results are very positive, he said, though, but they are positive scientifically. They have seen traces. They haven't seen or touched the real deal yet, but they have seen traces. Vaz said on Wednesday at his post-cabinet press briefing, and he noted that while the findings have generated interest, significant investments will be required to move to the next phase. Drilling a single well is estimated to cost about $60 million and about 60 and to 80 million US dollars, with at least 14 wells that are likely to be needed. So you look about 60 to 80 million times 14. The government is now seeking international partners to finance this venture. It's big money for us, but in the oil business, that is not big money, he said. He added that the representatives of United Oil and Gas have already started engaging potential investors, and they are seeing growing interest from major drilling companies. These are companies that would not have answered their calls a year ago. Now they want to be in it. He added that the representatives, he said that even if finding is secured, Vaz said that drilling would not begin before late 2027 or into early 2028. And he stressed that any move towards drilling will be subject to environmental and social impact assessment, stakeholders consultations, and cabinet approval. The company currently holds only an exploration license, meaning further negotiations with the Jamaican government will be required before any drilling agreement is finalized. I remain cautiously optimistic, but definitely encouraged based on the findings, Vaz said, pointing to the potential for the project to provide a much needed boost to the Jamaica economy, to the country. I would say a much needed boost to politician pocket, because ain't nobody gonna find a whole bunch of oil in Jamaica and start use all of the money to take care of Jamaica like they're supposed to, and we already know so that is true. So let's not fool ourselves and think they're going to find oil. Yeah, they need refinery, but before they get to that, well done, they have to do the drilling process, and the drilling process alone is 60 to 80 million US dollars per well. And he must say, them are gonna drill about 12 well or something like that. So 60 to 80 million US times 12 is how much money is needed, and they need investors. And now that they've done this exploration, see, those of you who've been following us, you know that they just went out to do an exploration not too long ago, right? To see if they could find anything that would indicate that there is oil. This is the follow-up. The follow-up is telling us that they have found. So now they want to go to the next step. And the next step is drilling. We did video upon this. Go look upon my video. We have Daryl Vaz face upon it and like the whole heap of oil cans in it not too long ago. This result came back rather quickly. Do you think that Jamaica is going to be made a better place if they actually find oil in abundance there? Do you think that our politicians are going to use the resources or the money that comes from the oil and stuff to actually really fix up our country? Do you think we will finally go to a place where we have first world medical institutions where if anything happens to our citizens, they don't have to fly out overseas or beg GoFundMe because we have some of the finest medical facilities in the world because we're rich in oil? Do you think that this is going to trickle back down to the average law-abiding tax-paying citizen seeing some kind of benefit from this oil explosion if indeed lots of oil is found in Jamaica? Or you think the politicians are going to thief for the money and the resources and Jamaica won't be any better? I have faith, but faith is like blind, right? That's like believing in stuff you can't see. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, how are you? Good morning, family.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Good. Hi, Shakira. How's the baby? SouFLo. So news was spreading around that Vaz. Well, he did said he was gonna resign next year, early next year.
And go spend time with his grandchildren.
Yeah, so I live in the making now. So he said he ain't gonna resign anymore.
Him not better resign.
Not better resign. You know, see him the quiet the other day, you know. Since the oil story, he surfaced back again. But wait, they're gonna be investigating the bus thing. So he's gonna go quiet again.
You know,
so did you see what's going on at the UWI hospital?
No, pertaining to what? Like
you didn't watch the PAC meeting, right?
No.
Okay, because you know they spend so much money to build up that parking garage, right?
Right.
And they don't have a proper system to collect the money for the cars that are parking. Do you know who's collecting those money? The security guards.
Like collect the money for the people who park there, who use
it? Yes. They don't have a proper system to collect all those money. So the security guard must be rich, you know.
Hey, I would prefer for the security guard them to be rich, you know, than for some foreign entity to be collecting that money, honestly.
But not only that, but they're at risk. They're at risk too, SouFLo.
Yeah.
Anybody can come hold them up.
And rob them on these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know.
All right, so just boss me the call about.
All right, my friend. Yeah, if you're going to tell me, say, Jamaicans are choppy line and that's how they go ahead, man. Go ahead. Because you ain't doing nothing different that your politicians ain't doing. And the same thing. You get some too, however you can. I'd rather see you get it than see a man flying from China and him a get the whole light and we not get none. I'd rather know, say, some of my people I'm going to get it. Sicky, if I that you do, don't buy the GLE yet, bro. Don't buy the Big Benz yet. Stack the money somewhere first. I don't know what to tell you. They put it, because they want to look on you and say security job can't get you all that. A thief out the money, then they're going to be on you. So just move wisely here. And for the rest, I don't know where a thief. Thief or invest properly. Because we can't tell them to stop thief because they're not going to stop thieving if I say stop thieving. So the thief invest properly. So when you get catch, you can afford a lawyer. And when them give you time, you can come out and get back to something. You have something left for sure for the thieving. Nobody thief and braff it out. All right? Upments ones and ones. Unstoppable Josh, big up yourself. Welcome. Roddy's daughter say LOL. And then we end up getting ticket. What the hell happened to the car payment through a machine? I guess they haven't installed those machines yet. It's behind schedule. So them have like people manually collecting the money for now until the machine. Oh no, we're backwards already, man. It's always that for us, you know. It's a slow pace. It's a slow pace. And like I said before, sometimes I love that about us, Jamaica, but not when you're dealing with business. You feel good when you come off of the plane and you feel like you come off. Have you ever landed in Jamaica and when you got off the plane, you feel like you literally stepped off of a treadmill that was going at a speed that you could not control? Yeah. When I land in Jamaica, I always feel like I stepped off of a treadmill. That was, I know me did I control the speed of that treadmill there. I was just running to keep up kind of thing. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm running to keep up. And then when I land a yard, it's like the treadmill gone. My foot up on the ground. So sometimes it could be like, damn, it's slow. I'm not used to that slow pace here. But you know what? I like it. I can't get used to it. That's all good and dandy until you try to conduct some business. And then you get frustration because now you're back to, I prefer to on the treadmill because when I'm on the treadmill, that means when you're over. So when I'm on the treadmill, you know, things get done faster or whatever. So it's a give or take. We build up the place, them need the parking, them start use it already. We haven't installed the parking machines yet. So we have some people out there collect the money until then. Make sure them know that people are going to thief out some of my money and all these things. But eventually that's going to come to an end because those parking spaces are going to have cameras installed down there. And next thing, them are going to have parking meters and everything else. And then we'll be good to go. It's just all steps. It's just all steps. When you say, wash your and turn in illegal money. A breath of fresh air. Yeah. I'm going to leave that one and go to our last topic of the morning. I think that was our last topic of the morning is the Jamaican athletes who they won't be running for Turkey. They won't be running for Turkey. So close that off. I don't want the Jamaican people, the political people, see me and try to do me nothing when me there yard. Because I'm just a regular law-abiding, tax-paying citizen people. And I don't mean any harm. I have opinions like everybody else. It just so happens to have a platform and I talk, right? Right. But I'm no different from anybody else. So I don't do me nothing when they see me. But me really, really definitely feel like, say, if they strike oil, the things that I'm thinking should be done won't be done. But we will see. And it's a chance for y'all to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Because even if I'm not here anymore, my videos are still going to be here. And people are going to look and say, you know, Sam did right. Because watch this. 20 years ago, them find oil, you know. I know the hospital, them look worse than how them did look before we did find the oil. So y'all just prove me wrong. All right. The last one we want to talk about this morning is that the athletes who vacated the premises and decided that they were going to go run and compete for Turkey, they got blocked from doing so. Remember, we were rejoicing for them the other day and we were saying we understand, you know, go where you're appreciated. Jamaica wasn't treating them too good. You have Olympic athlete that's working 2 jobs and delivering pizza and stuff like that to make ends meet while trying to make it to practice. And there is no stipend from the government, no investment. But as soon as them win gold, we're knocking pot cover. Yeah, Jamaica that's in the Olympics, big gold medal. So they were going elsewhere, right? Let me let you understand who these people are first. If you look at the icon this morning, you're going to see 4 men. These are the 4 men who got blocked. All right. You're going to see Roger Stoner. Roger Stoner, just so you know, is a discus thrower. This is the guy who the NFL in the United States of America, multiple teams with the NFL, was interested in signing him to a multi-million-dollar contract to play in the NFL. Football. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if Stoner did get licked and him said, boy, me can't throw a discus and not get licked. Me no want to get licked like this. So him no bother do the football thing, but they were interested in him. He broke the Olympic record in the men's discus event to win gold medal in the 2024 Paris Olympics. He did not just win, he broke the Olympic record. So now the Olympic record for the men's disc throw is held by a Jamaican by the name of Roger Stoner. He was one of them who went over to Turkey. The other one who went over to Turkey was Wayne Pinnock. Wayne Pinnock is the long distance or the long jumper. He was a silver medal winner in the 2024 Olympics, 2023 World Champs silver medal, and 2025 World Indoor Championship silver medal winner as well. He went over to Turkey. I don't know if it's a female name. Rajandra Campbell. He's the 2023 national champion. He's a record holder in the shot put. 2024, he won bronze medal at the Olympics as well. The last three athletes that I just spoke of all medaled at the last Olympics. And then you have the young Jadon Hibbert. Jadon Hibbert is like a phenomenon. Jadon Hibbert, at the age of 17, he won gold in the triple jump world championships in 2022 at the under 20 champs. And he won silver the year prior to that when he was 16 years old, came back the year after and won gold. And he also holds the world under 20 outdoors and indoor record in triple jump, and he holds the Jamaica senior record in triple jump for under 20 as well. At 19 years old now, a university in the United States of America said, we want you to come run for us. So he was competing here, and he became the NCAA triple jump champion. These are high-profile super athletes that defected, right? Now, my thing I was trying to find out is, did the Jamaican government give the youth them a fight? And that is what caused them to get blocked. Well, it says, the Jamaican Athletic Administrative Association, or the JAA, they have responded to the decision by World Athletic Nationality Review Panel to block the transfer of allegiance of 4 Jamaican athletes to Turkey by reaffirming their commitment to the athletes, while understanding that the local body has never sought to block any athletes. So Jamaica is now saying, the JAA is now saying that they are willing to reaffirm their commitment to these athletes. Come back over here, so on this side. We will work things out for you and get you what you need, or the best we can. What you say? Him should I take the NFL deal? I feel so too. I feel like him should I take the NFL deal too, but I don't know how to explain to you how hard football is. Y'all see, I have 2 sons that play football. They're about to go off to college playing football. They played football through high school. They've been playing football since they were 5 and 6 years old, or 6 and 7 years old, sorry. And they played all the way up junior high, high school, now going into college playing football. Let me tell you, a lot of stuff goes into that game. I put on one of them helmet the one time and me couldn't see nothing. I couldn't see a thing. I asked my son, how do you do it? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, I'm hearing that lady talking about this. Jaii Frais should be in the hospital.
We're not doing that, mommy. Miss Lady,
no,
sister.
I'm just telling you now to say it left to the extent of the wound. If it was something that they would be in the hospital, I work at Jamaica clinic, and some they just come for dressing and go back in lockup. If it was anything important to be in the hospital, it would be. Maybe just a little thing for dressing. So he go and get his dressing and come back and go back.
Okay,
understood. Yes, it's left to the extent of the wound. Yes.
Thank you for clearing it up for us. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Right. Bye-bye.
All right. So the Jamaica Athletic Administration Association, JAAA or JAA, has responded by saying that they're ready to reaffirm their commitment to these athletes, while they also underlined that they wasn't trying to block any of the athletes. So on Thursday, the panel blocked the application of 11 athletes from 5 different countries, including 4 of them from Jamaica, who were seeking to transfer their allegiance to Turkey. It looked like Turkey have whole heap of money for give it, and then buy up about 11 super athletes from around the place, and 4 of those were Jamaicans. Is so it go? Or did they buy 11 Jamaican athletes? The 4 Jamaican Olympic Games men discus record throw. I explained to you who the 4 were already. They were among 11 who had started the process to switch their allegiance to Turkey in time for the 2028 Olympics Games that is supposed to be held in Los Angeles, California, in the United States of America. With the climate of ice and how ice out a road and run down people and detain people and stuff, will the Olympics 2028 in California still be seeing a whole lot of people flying into the country? Because if you're flying out of the country and ice run you down and drag you down, fling you upon the ground and carry you going into detention, I think this is going to be a case of a lot of people not showing up. I really think this is going to be a case of a lot of people not showing up. We might be witnessing the lowest attended Olympic game. We'll see. We'll see. I know if I was living outside of America, I would not be traveling in for the Olympics, because I would be afraid that man I go fling me down upon the ground and draw me go to them confinement place. Next thing me end up dead, when I wasn't even illegal. I was just visiting for the Olympics. Anyways, so while the JAA had joined other countries in taking the issue to the World Athletic Congress, okay, so first of all, JAA said they did not try to block any of the youths. But then later on it said the JAA had joined other countries in taking these issues to the World Athletic Congress. That means so they try to block the youth them. You tried to block them. Else you would not have contested the issue. You would just have let them go. So while the JAA had joined other countries in taking the issue to the World Athletic Congress, President Garth Gale said in a release that the association had never petitioned against the athletes switching sporting allegiance and had invited dialogue and support for those who were involved. They didn't need no dialogue and no support from you. When you had them, they needed support from you, and they weren't getting that support. Let's be straight up frank, right? They just needed you to not take it to the Congress, to shut the hell up and let them do the transfer, or to go to the Congress and say, yeah, it's fine, man, let them go. But that's not what you did. You took a protest to the Congress, and the Congress voted to stop and block them. So while you are fling rock stone and hide your hand, JAA, just know said that is what you did. How are you going to invite dialogue to somebody who don't want to speak to you because they tried many times before and you thought you had the upper hand? You didn't want to speak to them. How are you going to invite dialogue and lend support when you had people who wanted support from you and you weren't giving them no support when you had them. Is a slick one on the poll. He went on to say that we respect the authority and the mandate of World Athletics to safeguard the integrity, you see, to safeguard the integrity of international competition. At the same time, the JAAA remains steadfast in its commitment to the welfare, development, and advancement of all Jamaican athletes, said Gale, who added that the association is ensuring that all resources are provided for its athletes. Well, y'all are going to keep having the same problems of people running away to go represent other nations if you keep that up. It is important to note that historically, the JAAA has never submitted any petition to the World Athletics to block these athletes from transferring their allegiance. This position reflects our long-standing approach, as there have been previous instances of athletes seeking transfers, and the association has consistently respected the established international process governing such requests. We affirm that you remain valued members of the Jamaican track and field fraternity. This is the message I must send out to them, you know. We affirm that you still remain valued members of the Jamaica Track and Field Society. In other words, your job is still here. You could come back and get it if you want to. Whether your path continues under the black, green, and gold, or it evolves in a different direction, the JAAA stands ready to engage constructively and to provide support where possible. Earlier, on Thursday, Gale had told the Jamaica Observer that they were willing to work with the reintegration of these athletes, bringing them back into the fold. We hold no grudges. Our doors are wide open. We are all Jamaicans. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yo, what's up? I work from the Caribbean, but I miss them. I miss them still. Bad mind.
Yes, sir. I'm bad mind.
Bad mind. Straight up bad mind.
A wicked
them. But take your pulse off still, because I'm from the Caribbean.
All right, my brother. Manners. All right. You call from the Caribbean. You could have stayed on a little longer. You know, I wanted to know which part of the Caribbean you call from and how is the weather today and all them things there. Anyway, earlier on Thursday, Gale said that they were willing to work with the reintegration of these athletes. You can come back home. We hold no grudges. Our doors are wide open and we are all Jamaicans. And once they are in good standing, they would always be welcome back, he said. So far, at least one athlete who is Stoner, through his agent, said that he would be appealing that decision, and it is expected that others will also follow suit as well. Nobody is running back. The whole of them are going to appeal the decision. They've been living in Turkey because I saw the international, I saw the laws that govern this transfer of allegiance, right? You have to live there for a certain period of time. You have to assimilate into their culture and all these things before you could be considered somebody who would. So what Turkey said is, in the meantime that they're doing that, them can go and train, keep themselves in shape, and they will facilitate their moving into the culture, meaning they have their own place. It's a nice place them have to live. And they will be able to, you know, drive a car around the place, move around, get to see and know the culture, etc. Train, and when they become eligible, past the waiting period, they'll go right into competing. And that may I said to PG. That's what I'm saying too. Lego the athletes, them man. But our gates are always open. Our arms are always open. You're welcome back. And we're all Jamaicans. They were all Jamaicans before they left too. Yeah, and you never treat them like how them they deserve to be treated. I'm not saying that you should pay them like how America pay for them athletes with millions and millions of US dollars, But damn it, man, I've seen our athletes struggle to where regular somebody look upon them and they're like, me not do that. Cause all that hard training and all that, brother, you look like you can't hardly pay all your light bill. When me I run and train and run till me vomit and all that for. Just so when me win, them can say, yay! Nah, sir. Anyway, we urge Jamaicans, he said the decision for the World Athletics in the particular circumstances has its DNA in materialism. And the reality is that the diminution or appropriation of talent induced solely by self-gain interest has always attracted the ear of purists. Them always start talking a language when not everybody can understand. So, in other words, they're saying that the governing body always looked at nations who they are simply trying to get money. So them go around poaching, looking at other nations who are poorer than them financially and buying out their athletes, and that's what they are against, right? Now, what am I trying to say? He urged Jamaicans to not ostracize our countrymen who labored with the decision of weighing the future after the shelf life of sports. In the scale of the present, he said, it would not have been an easy exercise, particularly if hands outstretched yielded nothing. Let not our embrace forsake them. Let not, in other words, Jamaica welcome them back into the fold. Then they try runway, but it never work out for them. Just bring them back and hug them up and pat them on the back and make them know, say, it's okay, man. We still want you over here, so kind of thing. Samuda added that this exercise is a right. World Athletics has now given a prescription, a bitter pill for some. And there will be those who will who will argue that political factors are at play here. But the court of public opinion will require compelling evidence before an adverse judgment is handed down. Also, on Thursday, noted sports lawyer Dr. Emir Crown had expressed some concerns with the procedural fairness of that decision and wondered whether each case was dealt with on an individual basis. It does raise a question as to whether the 11 athletes were unfairly grouped together, as opposed to being an individual assessment of, of each of the merits of each transfer, Dr. Crown said. So before an appeal can be submitted, this is where we get to understand the process. Before an appeal can be submitted, the athletes are required to request what's called a reconsideration from their nationality review panel, after which they may take their argument to the Court of Arbitration for Sports. World Athletics approves stricter transfers of allegiance rules on March 19th of 2026, just when the Jamaicans were ready to transfer. Now, with those new regulations taking effect on March 27th of 2026, it allowed a maximum of 10 athlete transfers per member federation for each Olympic cycle, with limits set to 1 female and 1 male per country from any single member federation, which is aimed at preventing the bulk transfer. So nobody can just come and buy out 20 of your athletes them one time. You won't see 20 athletes compete for Jamaica in this Olympics, and next Olympics you turn around, 20 of them are competing for the USA. According to a release from World Athletics, the application was denied because the panel found that the applications formed part of what they call a coordinated recruitment strategy that was led by the Turkey government, acting through a wholly owned and financed government club to attract overseas athletes through these lucrative contracts with the aim of facilitating transfer of allegiance and enabling these athletes to represent Turkey at future international competitions, including the Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games. Now, among the other athletes are Nigerian sprinter Favor Ofili and Kenyan Brian Kibor, Catherine Relin, Roland Kwemoni, and Brigid Kosgei, as well as Russian Sofia Yukoshina. Given the common feature across the applications, the panel assessed them together and determined that such an approach is inconsistent with the core principles of the regulations. These principles are designed, remember, I know these are rules that just came into effect on March 27th. Just came into effect. Them salt bad. Did they wait until those rules came into effect to come to a decision? Them have somebody on the inside. If it's either to go to Swaziland, me not going back to Jamaica for nothing. Jamaica call them a try stop my well-being, and I have nothing to do with you. Says Chris G said, if I even end up over Swaziland, you know, go back. Wow. And I have a feeling that somebody is going to be vindictive towards them. Because if somebody try to leave you before, right, and things never work out and them have to come back to you, you think you're going to treat them like you did before? If you did treat them bad before and I try to make it look like it good, you're going to treat them worse this time. Move on, go ahead. Now you did try to run away from me. And look, that things not work out on the next side. I know you come back and look work. I'll give you the work still enough, but you're not getting no better treatment still. That's how I would feel. That's how I would feel. So I wouldn't be going back. I wouldn't be going back. What they denounced Jamaican citizenship. Yeah, well, you know, I guess that's a part. Well, let's try to understand the process a little bit more. As a result of the decision, the athletes are not eligible to represent Turkey in national representative competition or other relevant international events, such as the Olympic Games and other World Championship events. This, however, does not prevent them from competing in one-day meetings or in road races in a personal or a club capacity, or from living and training in Turkey. Oh, so them save the piece that we lost. So Turkey, or the federation blocked them, right? But they can still go compete individually or as part of an athletic club. They just cannot compete to represent Turkey. So even if them go out there, it's going to be like, if you got to think about how they're going to earn their dollars and cents now, because that's their job. They're going to have to go out there and compete individually. So they have to go train individually and go compete individually. And they could do so while still living in Turkey. But I'm guessing that Turkey government is probably not going to be paying for their stuff they have now, them apartment and them vehicle transportation, everything that's paid for now, because you can't represent them. It's already been ruled. So I don't know. Or maybe they could decide, listen, keep paying for my stuff. I will keep competing on my own until I become eligible to run or compete for you. Because I'm guessing if you're out long enough, you can compete for them. It just can't be from one Olympic to the next Olympic. That is the marking period. So in one Olympic, you won't end up in, oh, I run for Jamaica. Next Olympic, them see you, oh, I compete for Turkey. That's what the rules are. So they would have to compete in the next Olympic coming up independently if they don't want to compete for Jamaica. But you win gold medal. And you know what? I've seen somebody do that. He went out there, he competed, I believe is in the 200 meters. Well, a white boy. And he got gold in the Olympics, and he did it on his own. There was no country to give his gold to. It was just an individual goal for himself. And he got that. So they could go compete like that. Just won't represent a country. And then by the next Olympics again, providing you're still able and not too old, you could do it for Turkey. I wish them all the best. I wish them all the best. If I was heading back to Jamaica though, I can't help but to say my pride would be on the ground. I know so them are gonna laugh after me. And them are gonna laugh after you. Yeah. You try jump ship though. How it work out for you? Tell the truth, do you like turkey? Well, last you eat some good Jamaican food. Come man, come inside man. Come back. Welcome back home. I think that's what it's gonna be. I would be embarrassed. Terrible they don't want to see the youth them succeed in life. So now their livelihood is in limbo. It's sad, isn't it? Sad. I would run and represent myself. And I would go make a deal with the Turkish people and say, listen, for this Olympics, I'm going to run and represent myself. But it's a Turkey medal because I'm staying here, right? If you want to pay for me, by the next Olympics come around, guaranteed I'm going to be representing you. So keep me on the burner. Something like that. I'm going to work out some kind of deal. Unless if I go back to Jamaica, I could actually sit at the table and talk with some authority. This is how much I'm demanding. This is how much is required for me to live a decent life here and train hard enough to make Olympics and win gold, silver, or bronze for Jamaica. You want me? Help me with this. If not, let me go somewhere else. That. It's only fair. It's only fair. In Audrey, you try runway down. You try jump. But this see over Turkey, but me know it never gonna work out for you. You alright? Drink like a water, man. Sit down. Well, come inside. Yeah, the AC up. Close the door. Hot outside, don't. Yeah. You know, Jamaicans stay already. They gonna rub that in your face too. You really did think the other side grass did greener. You couldn't wait to get to the green grass, huh? All right, well, welcome back to the team. You know how we do things over here already. I don't think anything is going to change much. You understand the running. Go and go put on your spikes. Go and go put on your spikes them over there, so. Your locker still in there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo.
Yeah, family.
I have a couple questions.
Wait, I want to speak on it.
Oh,
all right. Talk to me. You said you have a couple questions. Go ahead.
yeah. I wonder if they run for the private track club or will they get paid through that? Do you know? And also, I wonder if the corporates in Jamaica, if they are adding to the pool of paying the athletes, or that's not, you don't know. Do you know that?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I won't even attempt to because I don't want nobody laugh after me and say, look at him, love chat for him, no know. So if I don't know, I don't know. I don't know that. But what I do know is that they're grossly underfunded. I mean, ridiculously underfunded.
Isn't that sad?
Yes, it's embarrassing. They're embarrassingly underfunded. I know
these
that.
Athletes are record breaking athletes, right?
Yes, yes.
And look at Shelly. I guess Shelly get picked up by some corporate. That's how she get her money.
Right.
But why are they not doing the same thing for these other athletes?
Don't know. Shelly and Fraser Price is a one-off, you know, and
right.
Yeah, we don't have two Shelly, and not every, so. But these athletes they have like Jordan Hibbert and Roger Stoner. Roger has the world record.
That's what I'm saying.
He broke the Olympic world record and has the record now. And this is an athlete you might want to keep in your arsenal.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I don't know how they do it.
Like I made in my comment, I said they represent Jamaica very well, breaking records, you know, doing so very well. And Jamaica can't even do the same for them. That is embarrassing.
That is very embarrassing. And then get mad when they try to go places where they might be able to earn a living, you know, a decent living.
Yeah, those were my two questions. I know. Those were my two questions.
All right, family.
All right, Lisa. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Drink some tea. Somebody said me embarrassed for them. Well, drink some tea. Come inside, man. Come in. It's hot out there. Yeah, have a seat. Have a seat. Wanna try jump ship though. Welcome back, man. No, you don't need to be embarrassed or nothing. You put on your spikes them over there. So your locker still in your locker room, you know. Same number. How embarrassing. You know, you there somebody here and you cuss them, move and go with the dirty house, and me now come back here. Me can't find somewhere else live on my own. And then later on in the evening, I you that at the door. Hello? Hello? You can't let me in? After you're done, move and go. I'm done with this. I'll be just fine. Hello? Yeah, you can't let me in. You're hot out here. Beg a little sugar. They're probably going to treat them. I wouldn't go back. I'm not going back. You know what? The thief in government can take better care. Yeah, them can take better care of the athlete. Them is damn ridiculous. It's damn ridiculous. And it's embarrassing that the damn athletes have to be bouncing here, there, and going through these embarrassing. You should be proud to represent your country. Especially if you're somebody who says, oh, I have the Olympic record. You own I broke the Olympic record instead of a new one. Who do you compete for? Jamaica, it's all over me. You see it? You see it? You see it? It should have been everywhere. You should be proud because you are so well taken care of. But you know what? I'll go out by saying this. Years ago, we covered, again, I love YouTube because they don't erase your videos. Go and look up Jamaica Olympic athlete found out living on the streets, SouFLoTV, and watch that old video that we did. I don't know what happened to her over the years. I was trying to keep up, but it was a Jamaican Olympic athlete who basically fell by the wayside. And we knew that they weren't paid well. And that is a short life to live. Your body only in tip-top shape for a short period of time. That's why Shelly and Fraser Price and them, they are phenomenons, because after you reach certain age, you know, you can't, all when you're still fast, you're not going to get back to the fastest in the world. So anyways, when her stuff was over, she had nowhere to go but the streets. And she walked the streets and she sleep a bus stop in a bush and all kind of sitting. So that the athletes them should have seen that and know already said, damn, that could possibly be my outcome because Jamaica don't take care of their top athletes, their Olympic athletes. I got to go look it for myself. You know, country should be proud to represent the athlete. That too, Mervin. The country should be proud to represent the athlete, and that would trickle down to the athlete being proud to represent the country, right? There's no way I could have gone back to represent Jamaica, says Unstoppable Josh. Why? That's terrible. That's terrible. But you know what? We stand with them, whatever decision they make, and I want all of them to know, Roger, Wayne, Rendra and Jaydan, I want all of y'all to know that we don't hold nothing against you, bro. Some people are gonna talk on social media, but we understand that you're looking for better. We don't hold nothing against you. The question I want to leave you with is this, and I want you to think about it. They went through measures to stop our athletes, right, from getting to a better place. How come them not go through no measures for stop with nurses, with school teachers, with doctors, with scientists, the tradesmen that other countries recruit out of Jamaica and brain drain the country? How come them not do nothing to stop them? But they're going above and beyond to stop friggin' athletes. I'll leave you with that to think about. See, there's a system here that needs to be maintained, and that is what this is really about. But we're not ready for that conversation this morning. It's Friday. Go out there and granny backfoot. You know what I was just about to say? It's Friday. Go out there and embarrass yourself. No, let me gather my thoughts. I was just about to say it's Friday. Go out there and embarrass yourself. It's Friday. Go out there and enjoy yourself. Okay. Go out there and enjoy yourself. I'm definitely going to the beach this weekend. The weather is hot here. And I go there outside because, you know, I have to even up my skin tone and I like to turn my melanin up. I was telling wifey this morning, say, I'm supposed to be real dark skinned by now because it's something when we do every summer, you know. lay down outside and catch some sun in my skin and turn up my melanin, make me feel tall, dark, and handsome and powerful and thing, right? Big up on yourself, people. Surround yourself with people that you love and with people who love you. And if you can't tell the difference, stay by yourself. Nothing wrong with stay by yourself. Get to know you, get to love you. I don't know, feel up yourself a bit and all these kind of things. Read a book, sip a glass of wine. It's okay to be alone if you don't have positive people around you. It's better to be alone than to be around some people when you have your best interests at heart. All right? Self-love is the best love, and if you don't have that, you can't love nobody else at all. With that said, walk good. My granny Miss Ruby said to be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to be good. And my grandfather, Mas Clevey, said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare life. All right? Be good. And if God spare life, we meet again.